Welcome back to Dark Skies. This is Series 7.2, entitled Forgot Something. We have been on hiatus for a bit due to scheduling conflicts and fun stuff. That said, we will pick up right from where we left off, which was with the group having secured a garbage truck from the notorious bad lace operative types who are dealing out of the junkyard of Night City and pushing their stuff through Santo Domingo into South Night City, which is bad for business for the fixers and the like. That said, it's immediately right after that happened. So the child, 16 or something year old, that they found in the back of the garbage truck that they didn't murder, is now with Zigzag. And Zigzag is with Calvin. And before he kind of starts interrogating the child, he kind of gathers everybody aside, kind of walks away from them, the young man, and heads over to a different location. Looks at Stryker and says, I didn't get a chance to get back into the hotel room. Have you had a chance to get in there and secure your camera?
No, I've been a little bit busy with stealing a truck and kidnapping.
Well, it's a liability. Sugar, it's got a connection directly to it to my phone. I'm severing the connection, but they can probably backtrace it if they get a hold of that piece of hardware. So do what you need to do. Get the camera. And he kind of turns around and he seems to be kind of, and again, imagine that was all in French. Because I'm not even gonna. In it, he says. He stops, turns around, and says, "In it," and then turns and walks back towards the kid. He says, "Oh, it's probably gonna be hot, and I know she's busy, but she's probably the only person I can think of that will be able to secure you a car. I'm gonna need Calvin's help with some movement here. Um, I'm going to give someone a call. They're going to meet you at, he kind of like quickly does a eye read, and then you can hear your agents kind of ping with a text. This location, she'll have someone who has a car, and hopefully the group of you can get into that hotel room and get the camera. Use as much force as necessary. I'm done dealing with these sons of bitches after what happened on the roads out there. Almost lost gestures for Icarus, and it's not okay. And he kind of says, I'll handle the business in here with the kid. We'll see what we can get information wise. The address noted on the text is not too far from here. It's just near the canalways, because remember, you're at a garage, not the office. That's kind of near Santo Domingo, but not in it. It's kind of closer to whatever the location is. Kind of closer to like the highway, so you can just kind of, if you do get a vehicle, just hop on. But it's also not too far away from where you're located that you could either walk there safely enough, or just very quickly get a cab. That said, shortly after that conversation's had, Crystal, you are sitting in Mickey's house. Anika is already asleep. It is later in the day. It's close to like 7 p.m. And he says, the text that you get says, "You busy?"
Uh, Response back, no.
Phone starts ringing.
Pick it up.
I'm going to send you an address here in a second. We left something behind at a location that could pose a problem for us. If you're not terribly busy, we could use any guns we can get. It's dealing with 6th Street. I'm sending a couple of people out that way. You should be getting a ride here soon. You'll recognize her.
Perfect.
Okay.
All the guns or just a couple?
I believe we'll have one in the truck for you that you can feel free to use.
All right. See what you got. Bring my usuals though.
After a couple moments, you get a text from Pepper. You ride outside.
Cool. Just
You pop out. It's an old station.
pop out. Yeah.
It's an old station wagon.
Amazing.
And it looks like it has, like, instead of wood paneling, it has armor paneling. And it looks like there's kind of like braided kind of metal, like net mesh in the windows. She opens the passenger door and kind of looks at you as you kind of step out with, your kit. She says, just throw it in the back. Let's go.
All right. Throwing the tsunami and the assault rifle in.
And you can see inside the back seat of the vehicle, where it used to be in the trunk of of Calvin's truck. There is a railgun.
Yes.
A very pink one.
Oh, it's already been sprayed. Amazing. Hops in the passenger seat.
Okay. You two drive and head off in the same direction. The rest of you kind of make it to that location. Before you leave Icarus, you are told that someone will meet you specifically there to talk to you about your run-in with the road. And when you kind of arrive there, because you were kind of going a different direction, remember you were heading to Tarks, and then we're kind of segmented that way. They hit you with a quick heal. So go ahead and roll 4d6. Okay, heal that many hit points. These are temporary. They last for a short duration, so they will last for the duration of this conflict. Also, any critical injuries that you currently have are no longer in effect. The quick heal was enough to, as we discussed, repair your leg, and you're very quickly kind of moved from Tark healing you to frontline. No downtime for you. It's literally right after. But basically they glue you together as best they can and send you on back out. Icarus' wings got too close to the truck. To the truck. You arrive at the location. It is a small little fashion boutique. Looks like it's kind of dingy. And it sells a lot of like jean material. But yeah, standing outside, as if they're kind of waiting for you, is an individual who is recognized by Striga, and you would see that it is who you would refer to right now as Blank. And for those of you who haven't met Blank yet, Blank is a solo who is basically wearing the same exact armor as Striga, except that he is not wearing a helmet and his face looks like it's seen better days.
Yeah. Like it might have been put together once or twice.
Yeah, that's a very good way of putting it. And he says, hey, I'm not here for long. I'm actually on the move, but I got some notice that you needed something from me, and I was borrowing it from Zigzag, so I'm here to bring it back. And he pulls out a case, a metal case, and you can see on the side of it, it says Militech. Serga, this is something you've seen before. It is a parcel case that has a gun in it. Based on the length of it and the shape of it, it's some sort of long-range rifle, presumably some sort of sniper rifle.
Striga will kind of like stands there awkwardly for a moment and then reaches over and takes it and says in their robot voice, "Thank you."
Zigzag said you had a person who probably wasn't too good for the CQC, so this is for them just in case. they want to hang back and do some good. Unfortunately, I can't help you out. You see him kind of shift his eyes for a second and say, hey, say hi to Crystal for me. Nods his head, and then heads out.
Will do.
Looks like he's picked up or taken away in a vehicle. It's a very nice looking white like sports car, very high end looking model. A Korean man is driving, who some of you may recognize as Salt. Then a station wagon drives up, and you see that Crystal is getting out of the vehicle, as you all are kind of standing around waiting for the contact.
So is Zigzag still around?
No, Zigzag. You left Zigzag. You went to the contact.
Oh, right.
Did you have words for Zigzag before you dipped? Because he was very much in a business time mood with the kid.
No. Nope. Striga is not the one to speak up. But Striga will. I'm not sure exactly who Blank was implying needs the rifle.
Icarus.
Okay. Yeah. So that's Striga would bring it over to Icarus.
Okay.
Lay it on the coffee table. Wouldn't open it or anything, but would just lay it there.
Cool. Yeah, it is a very nice looking Militech sniper rifle. Pretty standard issue, but still, I mean, pretty to look at. That being said,
And he would look at it, of course. Gotta touch things.
well, you also have to assemble it, which
Got you.
doesn't take too long. But you assume it'll probably be better once you're in position to do so. It's a lot easier to carry in case. But yeah, station wagon, up armored, drives up. You see the woman inside the driver's seat is a Japanese woman who is wearing pretty standard, armor herself. She's definitely more jaded looking, and also more hardened looking. Like, she's definitely seen a lot more combat than Crystal, although they've probably seen about the same amount of combat, to be honest. It just looks like she has been shaped more by it than Crystal has. And of course, you see Crystal in the passenger seat. The station wagon looks like it can easily enough fit Striker, Striga in the back seat, and Sugar in the back seat, and Icarus can lay in the, because it's a station wagon, in the back area of the bed of the vehicle, or you can mix and match as you please.
So what, we put the two people with the big guns in the back?
Yeah, could do. And hold on a second here. Blank not sticking around. Oh
wait,
God.
I'm sorry. What happened to the teenager? Are they still there?
No. So Zigzag and Calvin stayed with the teenager in a garage.
Right.
They told you that they need the group to go back to the hotel and secure the camera.
Okay,
So you left
excellent.
Zigzag to go to a location to meet up with a driver, which is not too far from where the garage is, because he doesn't want Calvin driving his vehicle back out there. It's a known element.
Got
So
you.
station wagon with this lady in the driver's seat.
Whoa.
Sugar, you would also notice that she appears to be wearing Arasaka armor, and looks like she has Arasaka eye tech and such. She does not appear to be an Arasaka agent, though, because you can see that there are certain elements that are lacking that would have marked her as such. If you look closer, you can see that there's like a scratch mark across the Arasaka logo.
Can Striga assess the competency of this individual?
You've heard tales about Pepper. Pepper and Crystal go way back, so if you're familiar with Crystal, you've definitely heard that they are pretty deep solos. They have worked for Anika for quite a while, and occasionally have done stuff for Zigzag prior to the more recent elements. Pepper is very much a Wetworks operative. not unlike Striga. You would see on her person that she has a very heavy handgun at her side, a wagazashi, which is a short sword in the kind of Japanese style, very fine edged blade, and then she has a shotgun on her back, which appears to be I believe it's Budget Arms Carnage, which is kind of not exactly a high-end model of shotgun, but a very powerful one. Yeah, and you've worked with Crystal before, so you know her style.
Oh shit. Could you tell me more about that shotgun we picked up off the truck driver?
Sure, yeah, it's a shotgun.
Oh, just straight up?
Yeah, and it's got buckshot in it, so it doesn't shoot at a range; it shoots at a spread. So, 6 meter spread. So basically, when you're shooting it, it's effectively like burning hands, or actually, better way of putting it is, it's just like placement-wise on the grid. It'll be just like Thunderwave, so a 3x3 square that you're going to put near you, and everything in it gets hit. All right.
Yep.
Pepper says, I got the job. I know what we're doing. So ready? And everybody, like,
Sorry.
Let's
Nothing.
go.
Nothing's showing up for me in the compendium or whatever.
shotgun?
Yeah, it's not like every category is showing nothing.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, compendium sharing's turned off right now for some reason.
Yeah, I know why. Because I have limited numbers and I had to turn on Power Rangers.
Oh no.
Oh.
I should probably add that gun, huh?
You can't, because there's no sharing, as I'm a horrible game master. I wish I could just
see,
pay.
I just added it.
I wish I could just pay more to get
Yeah.
more.
Oh,
It's like, I will give you
sharing, yeah.
$5 more a month for 5 more slots.
Hell, I'd give them 5 more for just 1 more slot. I don't care. Again, the Patreon's paying for it. Like,
Yeah.
the benefit to them is
Power to the people.
right. My modules and books? No, our modules and books. You should be able to refresh and get it now.
Thank you.
Let me know if that works okay. That said, if you have any questions, it sounds like Pepper's kind of taking point on the mission here.
Totally fine.
But if you have any questions about what the plan is, let her, or feel free to ask. She's driving the car. It's very much Griswold's, vacation style, like drive down the road. You're in a station wagon, all seated where you're seated.
Is on the road again, playing on the radio?
No, she does not have the radio playing, actually. There's no music in the vehicle.
Psychopath.
Worst driver ever.
Crystal and her have been sitting in awkward silence for a
No,
while.
in the back
No,
you
that
hear
makes sense.
Icarus humming the theme to Goodnight Meow Meow.
Perfection.
I feel like
Hardcore
Pepper's going to
professional.
Pepper's just gonna like absolutely decimate.
Sugar is kind of like half paying attention, but as soon as she hears the theme, she's like,
Yeah. If there are any questions about what the plan is, let me know.
So we just shooting then?
She says, I don't want to get too close. I know that there are wraiths that roll around Sunset Hotel, so I'm going to park a good distance away and then hoof it. That way, if, we are chased, we'll at least be on ground to be able to take it down with heavy fire and not cause problems, being inside of a death trap as it's spiraled out due to incoming fire. Your friend there in the back, I'm sure he's not good for moving across ground. So if we park in a decent spot up the ridge, he can sit in the bed of the truck and get a good angle on the hotel proper, which that'll prove great. And then, I'm pretty sure the rest of us can hoof it, right? Looks back at Sugar for a quick second and then kind of looks back to the road, and then says to Crystal, "She's she okay with being in combat zone?"
I'm sure she'll be fine.
Okay. I'm
So
not.
I just want to
Plan.
know who broke the baby. Looks back at Icarus.
He's just like points at Striga. Like
Striga's like
no chill.
like intensely like looking out the window into the distance. Like
There's like this moment of pointing and pointing, and then Pepper, who's driving, just says, says he fell out of a car.
You know to wear your seatbelt, Icarus.
Well,
Even I wear my seatbelt.
Well, he didn't
It
fell
wasn't
out of a
inside
car.
the
He
car?
fell off of a car.
right.
I'm not even gonna ask any more questions.
Sugar and Icarus are definitely not wearing seatbelts. They're not about that motherfucking life.
Hashtag rebels.
So the plan is just get to the hotel, get inside, get the equipment back, get out as fast as possible.
correct. If you want to do it stealth, we can, but according to Zigzag, he kind of wants to make a show of it.
Of course.
So this
he
is a
does.
mission I can blow heads off on.
Nods her head and says, "I don't think he would have brought in as many guns as he did if he wasn't expecting us to leave a mark.
Dear Lord.
You know, you're right.
If you're not interested," she says, and then stops for a second and kind of thinks for a second. Striker, remembering your name from before, she says, but it's not that it doesn't seem like she's doing it as a disrespect. It just seems like she's not very good with names. She says Striker.
But she remembered his.
Yeah. That's a good way to look at it. She says, then that's fine. You can stay back here with Icarus. He might need a spotter. That's fine. Looks back at Striga, and then kind of looks back at the road. Just very quick kind of like dip like that. And she
No, frankly, I hid that stuff pretty well up in there. It'd be more of a pain to try to tell you how to get it out than for me just to go in there and get it myself.
Great. More guns.
What was
the better.
that? What was that look for?
So you would recognize this look. When solos look at you, they recognize you. They kind of like know your reputation. So she wasn't like saddened.
Like Striga or like whoever?
Striga.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're pretty sure she looked back at you and it was kind of like a known quality. I don't need to
Right.
ask questions. I don't need to know
Right.
anything else.
I got you.
I understand what's happening here.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for clarifying.
No problem. But yeah, if there's no other questions, she will park the vehicle just a ways across the street. Kind of, you see there's like dirt roads that kind of go up on the north side of the highway there. There's kind of a ridge that she kind of pulls back up onto so that the back end of the station wagon is looking straight down the barrel of the hotel proper. It's dark out, but the scope you have, you notice has low light sensors. So pretty solid little piece of hardware you got there. Snapping to the map in question, it is open space because this is a known quality. Striker has been through this place. Zigzag has been through this place. You know where everything kind of is and where everything's at. Basically, your goal for this mission is get from the north side of the map to the south side of the map. And you're probably asking, well, we can just go around the back end of it. Why are we going through the middle? Incorrect. What you'll notice is that once you get to that position and start kind of getting out and scoping out the location, it looks like there are a number of Wraith vehicles that are kind of patrolling around the area.
Oh boy.
Almost as if like they're defending something after someone did a bad thing.
Wasn't me.
Whatever could you be referring to?
I sure didn't kill anyone.
Fair.
And this is 6th Street, right?
This is the Sunset Hotel, so there are 6th Street members present, but you also know that Wraiths apparently are a part of the mix. Because remember, when you were on the road, 6th Street were in the garbage truck, but Wraiths were the ones that came out and tried to kill you.
Interesting.
Striga immediately pulls out their SMGs and just like pops out the blades for good measure.
You see Pepper start pulling out shotgun rounds on the budget, and then are on the Carnage, and then start sliding ones back in every so often, pulling out a different round. You can see that the shell types are different colors, and it seems like she's counting them off so that there's a certain order of the rounds.
Smart.
Nice.
Is this a
Very
Ripper,
smart.
a Ripper office?
Yeah, so there is the known qualities that you're aware of is the hotel proper has 2 levels. This is up above, so you actually have to go up the stairs to get there. The lower level just leads into an office area, which has no quality or quantity or a purpose other than it's there. And then on the opposite side, the upstairs and downstairs are basically the same. There are 2 rooms, one on top of the other. And there's actually a 3rd floor that has one single kind of storage container facility that's been built on top of the building as a kind of ad hoc apartment or room. And then over here, similar, it is 2 chambers, 2 houses, or 2 hotel rooms. My brain doesn't work. And then on top of that is another looks more like a not a storage container, it looks more like a shed or shack, like a shack, like a tool shed kind of deal on top of the building. Just outside you'll see that there is a backup generator, but it also looks like the generator has kind of satellites, link ups and stuff on it. And you'll be kind of entering from this side here.
Any automated defenses that we know of?
None.
Yeah.
Can we see people?
From a distance, you can. There do look like there are some folks milling about. To put that more into perspective. Couple of gangers kind of out and about. Looks like they're kind of over at this little booth here, hanging out, talking. There's a guy who looks like he's patrolling with an assault rifle. And those are the ones that you can see. There might be people up inside of the building or inside of the building proper. There also might be people on the far side out this way. But because of distance, it's too dark and too far to tell.
So are these people all wraiths?
From the looks of it, they might be a mix and match of 6th Streeters and just regular folk. Doesn't look like there are any wraiths in the hotel proper, but you do and did notice that there were some vehicles that were kind of patrolling around on the outskirts of the hotel. But you're distance enough away that the vehicle wasn't seen. At least not to your knowledge. Pepper was able to get up to where you're at safely enough.
So we're still currently off screen, right?
Yeah, you'll be off screen quite a bit. I believe let's see, sniper rifle range is, what's the range on that bad boy? Do you have the sniper rifle in your attack characteristic?
Yeah.
Throw an attack on it. So I can see the range, Doc. So you're about 200 meters out from the board edge. So this will put Icarus in the 200 to 400 kind of meter range.
Okay.
For
Streak.
square purposes, it's 100 squares off board.
So Striga's just gonna start moving forward while sticking to cover and like trying to stay kind of low profile and out of sight.
Okay.
I got one more question.
Shoot.
Any known access points?
Not that you're aware of. The only
Okay.
thing you would need to know is if they do have some sort of net runner, it could be problematic for any tech that's like on the scene, but you're not bringing anything high tech or automated with you. I would say, Sugar, at this juncture, like you're going into what is probably going to prove to be a bloodbath. Um, I do want to make sure you folks are aware. You're leaving Icarus, who isn't terribly currently situationally like wounded by themselves, but they are going to be left out in a station wagon with a massively long rifle sticking out the back, and you are aware that there are wraith patrols moving around. So if you want to take that into account,
Well, yeah, my idea is that we mostly try and lure them up towards us rather than,
But we
like-
need to
Oh.
get into the hotel.
oh, we
Ah, yeah.
do, but we
But-
should first focus on
Kill everyone.
kill everyone by
Okay.
luring them up front.
Oh, Jesus.
Or you just start taking out cars from up here.
Pepper says, I don't think we're going to be able to take cars out from up here. I think if we draw attention to ourselves up here on this
Right.
hill, it's going to
Yeah.
be problematic. Icarus, I was hoping you to act sparingly from up here. If you want my opinion, someone should stick around with Icarus, kind of like almost directly looks at Sugar, but then kind of turns back to the group and says, but we need whoever we can out there. As many guns on the field as the better. Looks like we can see about 4 of them already, but I'm guessing there's at least double, if not triple that on at the hotel. Plus, there's about 6 cars out in the field that we were able to see on the way up here.
I mean, if I stay behind, I don't have a lot of range on my weapon. So, I mean, if they're running towards us in the car, I can I can cover for Icarus, I guess,
Pepper
but not
raise
at
it-
not at long range.
Pepper raises her hands up as if she's gonna give you something, and then drops a set of keys into your hands. If you gotta go, you gotta go.
I don't know how to drive.
She very quickly just smashes the keys out of your hand, like, what the fuck? You live in Night City, you don't know how to drive a car. Holy shit. You see her kind of just shake her head. Okay, fine.
Noodles is down the street. Why we need to drive?
Throw the keys to Icarus. I hope you're quick on your feet.
So-
You see her kind of smile at it.
Hey.
And that's confirmation that she knows what happened to you. And
Yeah, when I got both of them, I do okay.
Dirty.
she'll turn and head towards the
Was that an oblique way of saying, or maybe it was direct? I don't know.
It
Of
was
like,
pretty direct.
well, no, of like net running is not going to be useful in this situation. Is that what you're saying?
from what you're gathering, Pepper's not terribly fond of your profession. That's the vibe you're getting.
Yeah.
If you remember how out of character she treated Carbon back at the house for trick shots, she was not a fan of people who don't deal with physical things.
Yeah.
Stryker was cool because Stryker kept on like proving himself. Crystal's always been cool, but there's obviously a problem between the two.
We're sorting it out.
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, I don't want to be responsible for keeping Icarus safe in the car.
Okay. Then you don't have to be.
Okay.
Icarus is responsible for keeping Icarus safe in the car. And then you head off. So Pepper is in a crouched stance, moving very much like a very trained, very professional killer, as I'm assuming Striga is doing as well, as you quickly move across the desert and shrubbery. Not much, in the way of shrubbery. It's pretty desolate out here. Crystal not too far behind.
Yeah.
And Sugar and Striker not too far behind that, right?
This would be a great time to have a cloak.
We'll be fine.
But yeah, as you make your approach, hopefully these tokens work. First two on the scene will be. Oh God, Pepper doesn't have a token.
Oh,
So
no.
it's Pepper, Striga, and Crystal.
Hold on. Hopefully she has her own
So-
token. I'm the worst.
Oh, and Striker. Okay. And Sugar, I guess.
Proxy. Cyberpunk, red art pack.
Hey, Sugar, you want a bunch of grenades?
Sure.
Ooh, I got grenades too.
What do I need to do to like launch
Athletics.
disintegrate? Oh God.
This will be a proxy for Pepper. And then Crystal.
How do you like turn them on? I don't get it.
But
The grenades.
Oh,
How
you
do
asked.
you?
Yes, I
pull
didn't
the
care here.
I
plug.
don't get
You
it.
pull the plug.
And then
But doesn't that
throw
turn
it.
things off?
I don't think so.
They don't have a
Uh,
button.
Where are
on
the
it.
Imagine it's
Where
a
are the holograms?
bug or like a really gross guy. Just launch it.
okay,
Like
I'll
a guy insulted you at the bar and you just throw that glass in their face.
I'll take one.
Icarus, do you want some honey?
Yeah.
How many? What kind?
3, please.
What kind? Incendiary smoke or flashbang or armor
Heck yeah,
piercing?
smoke bomb!
Smoke bomb.
That'll help with
And one
incoming long range
incendiary.
fire.
Huh? Oh yeah. I'll give you 3 smoke bomb.
Yes.
Mhm. All right, everybody's on the board. Save. No. Right there.
Oh,
You are directly out, 200 meters out that way. So your line of fire will be drawn from that position. So,
Mhm.
all
Oh,
right.
yeah, that's what it's doing.
So yeah, you get close enough to the parking lot that you're not too far from where Calvin parked his truck the first time you and him were out here, Striker. And you can see that just where those assholes were kind of shooting the shit before, there are new assholes. They look like they're all Sixth Streeters because they got the arm badges, bunch of jackasses. And again, Pepper would have synced hollows with everybody so everyone can hear everyone else. As always in an op. That said, we start when you want to.
Um,
And Pepper is going to cycle back and basically tether to Striker.
mm.
And she says, "You know where you're going. I know how to kill things. I think we'll work well together again."
And how far are we off again?
You're basically right there when we start.
Oh, okay.
We're just trying to get to the bottom of this map, more or less.
Correct.
So I'm correct that this first person is 14.
14 meters out.
Oh, perfect.
So 206 meters out for Icarus.
okay.
Again, you're drawing lines awkwardly, so just basically however many meters are off of the top of the board in a direct line plus 200.
Okay.
Just don't measure from your token, measure from the top of the board.
I mean, that.
It's different if you angle it because it'll do diagonals.
So are we doing this fast and loud?
Pepper says, "I'm ready for very hot.
You want a grenade?
I'm good."
I think they want it.
As she gestures towards her belt.
You think they want a grenade?
If you
Pulls out
want.
an armor piercing.
Yeah. Striga
Sharing
pulls
is
out one-
caring.
Sharing is caring.
Striga pulls out a smoke grenade and throws it, and prepares to throw it over here.
You,
Oh,
s-
see, I was gonna throw my other one.
you
Yeah,
see,
you can throw your armor piercing over
here.
there. I'll throw the smoke down here.
Yeah.
you see Pepper kind of look at you and go, "No, we have God on this, so we don't need to conceal." And you know that the term she just used is she means we have a sniper on the field. You're
Oh.
basically
Oh my
destroying
God.
one of our
Right.
Mhm.
assets.
Icarus is God.
Yes!
Um,
Like he's literally like in the back of the station wagon, like, God? I'm God.
That's me.
Just like what
Okay.
the fuck?
Then I guess Striga can go with an armor piercing as well.
Cool.
Okay.
Hit him with 2 of them.
Let's go.
All right. She drops her shotgun down and kind of like prepares, waiting for the toss out. So we don't need initiative on the first one. What we need is just what everyone's doing, one action apiece. So a grenade toss, Striker.
I'm going to, I guess, take a shotgun shot at one of these fellas.
Okay. And again, if, for the shotgun that you're using, it's a 3x3 square that bursts off of you. So you'll actually have to
Okay.
advance to get close.
Oh, okay. I thought I was able to like switch it up for slugs.
You don't have any. All you have is inside of that shotgun that you got.
Gotcha.
It didn't come with
Gotcha.
ammo.
All right. Cool.
Yep. Okay. So do you want to change it up and use your own shotgun? Because you have slugs in that.
Yeah, I'll choose that one then.
Cool. And then Sugar. Muted.
Meet action scan.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, moving into it, do throw your initiatives up just to have them. For simplicity's sake, I'm just going to put the opposition on 1, except for the new folks that come in. So these first folks will be on 1. Missing a couple people. Pepper's going to use her tricky fun times to shift behind you. Before we get into the combat, I assume someone or people would have done it. For the solos, you need to make sure you know what your bonuses are going to be using your combat ability.
Probably precision attack would make most sense for me.
The damage dealer would probably be best, in all honesty.
Okay. Okay.
You have to hit a 17. Like, your bonus, I believe, is like up there. So
Okay.
Talking like brawling
Damage.
evasion melee weapon.
So
No, it's the.
hold on. You've got the
Why am I
book.
not seeing
Right, Chad?
it?
Sorry.
You have the book? Yeah.
Oh yeah, access to the compendium. I got you.
Yeah. If you
Yep.
I-
Let me just do some homework real quick.
I'm not seeing a. I'm seeing a damage deflection.
There should be one that says it ignores or it doubles damage when hitting armored targets.
Are you talking about combat action?
1 second here.
Spot weakness.
Oh, I got you.
Solo has a roll ability called Combat Awareness. You can shift your combat awareness, which your combat awareness should be a 6, unless you increased it. You can shift it into one of the following abilities: damage deflection, fumble recovery, initiative reaction, precision attack, spot weakness, which is the one I'm mentioning,
Okay.
threat detection, and that's it. So for you, yeah, spot weakness. So you'll have +1 to damage for all 6 of your points against armored targets. So
Yeah.
it'll help you blow through them, and your weapon has pretty much armor piercing rounds as it stands anyway. So you're just going to cut through them like tissue paper.
Okay. That is the one.
Chad, for you, you can have better chances of increase, or you can increase your initiative reaction. You can increase your damage deflection, so you take less damage. You can also spend points into multiple things. You have 6 points that you can spend. If you type in the word combat awareness, it'll bring up a thing called combat awareness parentheses solo roll ability, and this is your class feature.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to find out where that is on my character sheet.
Oh, it's not on the character sheet.
That's silly.
Yeah, you just kind of gotta remember it.
So for 6 points, you can basically have a damage reduction of 3 for the first time you take damage around. If you're wanting to be defensive, if you're wanting to be offensive, precision attack gives you a bonus to your attack rolls. You'd have a +2 if you spend all 6 points into it, or you can put 6 into spot weakness. So if you're attacking heavy armor targets, you can cut through their armor easier than you would.
Now, can I use this every turn, or can I only use this once in
You
combat?
choose which one you have at the start of combat, and then as an action, you can switch your combat awareness.
I mean, I guess can I go ahead and take initiative reaction?
Yeah.
So,
Plus
what's stopping me
6.
from just spending all 6 points.
Yeah, so +6 to your initiative roll.
Okay, cool. So
And that
I'm
would
at
just
18 now.
pop in there. Okay, great. So
And I think I'll do precision.
okay. All right. So Striga, you are first on the docket, and you are throwing a grenade.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of ping where you're tossing it.
Pretty much like right on
Okay.
on the table.
All right.
So
So go ahead and make an athletics roll.
Okay. Oh, oops, wrong tab. Athletics, body. There we go.
Okay. Roll a d8.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So you managed to hit just nearby. You throw it and it kind of lands about here-ish. The explosion detonation looks like it takes and covers the car out on the north side, the table. It looks like it hits this guy and this guy here. Go ahead and you should have grenade damage. I think it's 5d6 or 7d6. Hold on. Grenade. Grenade. Launcher.
Yeah, and this was armor piercing.
Yep. 66. So roll 66. Okay. They are going to make evasion rolls. They're going to try to make evasion rolls. Okay. Neither of them make it. The person on the outside doesn't take any damage. This clips also the power generator. It kind of starts making a clunk, 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 clunk sound. Striker, you know that operatively the generator is not going to run any longer.
Oh boy.
It's basically just sputtering. But the two there take the full brunt of the damage and are thrown back and onto the ground, kind of in their own space. The second the grenade hits, everything mood-wise changes. Striker, you are up next. And you said you were kind of moving out there to shoot a shotgun. But
Yeah. Where's my speed? I'm still not used to these things.
it's fair. It's up at the top. It's movement.
Ah, it is. It's 5.
Yeah, also if you select your token, it's the number on the left, the green number.
Oh, isn't that cool?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so I can't quite move
Oh.
all the way over there. But
You can run, which would be your action, and you just move 4 times your speed.
okay. Yeah, I'm going to. Actually, I'm gonna hold my action. Let some of the heavier hitters go up front.
Okay. Pepper moves in front of you, pulls up the barrel, and shoots. When she does, you see a bright red kind of flash shoot out of the shotgun. A single kind of like burble of red flying straight at one of the people on the ground. Bear with me here. Sorry, my goofiness. Oh, please don't have it all messed up. Okay, great. Yeah, she misses. I think. Wait, no, hold on. Yep, misses. And you can kind of see like sparks kind of flash across the ground from where the round hit. Looks like it was a fire's breath round. All right, Striker and Pepper done. Crystal, you're up.
We are also throwing a grenade.
Athletics.
13.
Roll D8.
1.
It goes north and kind of smashes against the trailer. Mm, the bounce is bad. It flips over the trailer and detonates. You watch as it kind of rocks the trailer, and you can hear the sputtering kind of stop, and just black smoke start pluming out the sides of it as the grenade kind of was thrown a little far to the left for you and bounced so that it kind of went up and over the trailer. Crystal done. Any movement?
No.
Icarus, as you're kind of staring down the line of it, you can see things pretty clearly. These two here are blocked from your line of sight due to the trailer's positioning. If they were a little further inwards, you'd be able to see them because the trailer's not inhibiting your view of the courtyard. It's just inhibiting your view of things that are close to it because you're at you're in an elevated position. And then you can see this asshole, and it looks like he is kind of in reaction mode, like that very first couple seconds as he's kind of like becoming aware of the situation. You're pretty sure that he's probably going to try and call out to other people who are not currently on the board. Muted.
All right, now I'm gonna go for this guy.
Okay. So they make a sniper rifle roll. All right. So we are at the 206 mark. 17 is what you needed to roll to hit, and you nailed it. So that means you will hit the target for 14 damage. You are currently doing armor penetration of 6 or weak
Plus
spot.
6. Yeah.
So 6 off of the top, and he is wearing light armor check, so that means he has 5 armor, which is halved again due to the armor piercing nature of the sniper rifle. So that means he is reducing 2 damage, which means he takes 12 damage to the chest. All right. As the round hits, you'll note it kind of just a clean shot through. You can see like the mist kind of shoot out the back. You're pretty sure you hit just beneath the part where the shoulder connects. So you kind of hit like a muscly mass. It probably won't limit him in any way, but it definitely is going to bleed. All right. Solid shot. Moving on to Sugar. You said as your meat action you wanted to detect to see if you could see any nearby, right? Muted.
I thought that was in the round, like
Oh,
the
sorry, yeah.
surprise round.
It would
Did I
have
detect anything?
it would have been too far like out because your position you need to be within 8 meters, right?
To connect.
To connect. Oh, but you can see them pretty much. At
I
any-
get it's not clear in the rules.
Okay, I would say you would have seen traces here. As
Okay.
as the round continues, though, you watch those very quickly flicker and then disappear.
All right. So, which one of these looks the most busted?
The two on the ground, the ones that are
Okay.
to the south there, yeah, they are the most wounded. They just got knocked down by the first grenade hit.
Okay. So I'm gonna fire off my pistol at the one that's closest to us.
Okay. That'll work.
And I get 2 shots, right?
Rate of fire 2 on the
Two.
City Hunter, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
God damn.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of slide out from behind Crystal after she kind of does the toss. Pull up the City Hunter, brand new, fresh gun that someone said would be a good choice. Boom, boom, 2 shots. Clean, perfect. The recoil does not dip. It doesn't pop up too high. And you're able to just hit that target twice, square in the chest. And you watch as this sixth streeter just stops moving.
So
Beautiful.
for flavor, like the Goodnight Meow Meow Nova Model 757 City Hunter. Oh, it's an old school version. It's an old school gun, right?
It still uses caseless.
Okay. Well, it's like I want to say that there's like a little counter on it. Let's say I bought like a little counter, and it's like a little Goodnight Meow Meow, and like its eyes are numbers. And so one, like it has a 0 and a 1, and then it goes to 0, 2.
Oh, I love it.
And then over the house, you just hear yes.
Oh,
And-
hold on.
Am I not supposed to move?
Yeah, well, you're not supposed to move. Let me see.
Oh, because we're still moving towards.
Oh, you can move. You can move. Sorry, that is
Okay.
that is a position you can go to. I was just looking at the map
Okay.
from a high up point, so it looked like you were moving through a wall. Sorry,
I would
You're moving-
never do that.
You're moving up to a wall. Okay. All right. At the bottom of the initiative, you hear the guy who just got clipped by sniper fire yell, "Fuck! They're here!" And you can also hear rabble rousing kind of coming from inside of the spot. He, who was carrying an assault rifle, pulls it, aims it down line. He sees Pepper first, so he's going to take shots at her. He's
I have
shooting.
to call headshots, don't I?
Correct. He's
Okay.
shooting straight. He is at a distance. I think that's satisfactory. He is at a 22-meter range, which puts him in perfect round. He hits once, and does 11 points of damage to her. She seems to take the shot without even really detecting it. Like, it doesn't seem to affect her at all. You know she's wearing pretty decent armor jack. Medium armor jack, to be precise. Alright. At the very bottom of the initiative. At the top of the new initiative. You see 2 people come out onto the landing. They appear to be very much similarly equipped to the folks that you saw, or one of the folks that you saw on the trucks, the pyros. You would also see this person kind of rush out and like slide into a attack stance or like a shooting stance, whereas 2 more or 3 more of their regular folks kind of rush out on there. And then you hear a loud kind of crash sound from the storage container up above, but nothing happens. And then a couple more guys come out onto the landing here. These guys look like just regular fucking punks.
We heard it from this side.
Yeah. The storage container up on the roof. It sounded like something very big or very strong kind of slamming into the metal of the walls there. But anyways, these assholes are actually going to be on the initiative board. This woman here, who I am pinging right now, looks like she is the one who's making orders of the people she came out with. And initiative. Gangers. Boosters. Pyros.
Oh, pyros. Let's go.
All right. The initiative has been set. Setting order. All right, Striga, you're first.
Krieger's just gonna get both SMGs and just sort of move. Is there anything over here that I can sort of use as cover?
Yeah, so this is the stair thing is kind of at a higher elevation, so you can drop against it into like this space here, and you'd have people like 3 or 4 meters above you, but everything kind of on the southern side would have to come around the bend to kind of get to you.
Right, and the people above me wouldn't. They'd be like
They
directly
could
above.
they could aim down, but yeah, or jump
Um,
down if they're into the melee thing.
Knock yourselves out. Let's see how that works out for you.
Fucking come and get it.
Yeah, that's what Striga's gonna do. Sort of like move towards cover here, and then fire at assault rifle.
As you're kind of moving.
Yeah.
Okay, so SMG, 2 shots, 1 for 1, rapid fire. But yeah, you should have that automatically in the.
Sorry, after having some time to like study these actions, I have a better understanding of what I could or should have done. But that's totally fine because I can still change it later if I want to.
Yeah.
So there's the first attack.
All right. So you would have fired kind of like right around that end portion. So he would have been 14 meters out, which puts him at a necessity of 20. First round fire, kind of. Second round clear and in. You kind of hit him for full, so that will be 5 times 4, which is 20, and his armor is at a 10.
Sorry, I would have been using armor piercing ammo.
Okay, so his armor is 10 because it's been ablated, and then we're going to use half because you're armor piercing through it, so 5. Now, for rapid fire, how it works is he has a target value that you need to hit, okay, which is a 20 because you're 14 meters out. Do you understand why that's the case? Okay. Now, for each point above 20 you hit with 1 bullet to a maximum of 4 bullets for an SMG, which means you just hit him with 4 bullets for 5 damage each, which means he takes 20 damage to the chest in 1 run, which is 15 over his armor value, and he takes 15 points of damage.
Wow.
And you didn't roll double 6s on the auto fire shot, so there's no wounds or anything other than the fact that he's at half health now. You can see from the clip here, and as you kind of rattle through the armor on his chest with that second kind of lift of the gun, it kind of like covers him in not only like, you know, very clear indentations on his armor jack, but also a couple of spots like on the neck and like, you know, mid areas where there's blood coming out. All right.
And then, yeah, after taking that shot, Striga kind of spins back around the corner.
Bam, smash into cover. All right. The booster gangers kind of come out and aren't really aware of what's going on, so they look down and see these people who are kind of out in the open a bit. And they're not really looking down to where Striga is located, so they're going to fire down. Looks like one of them is targeting Pepper, one of them is targeting Striker, and one of them is targeting Crystal. They look like they're using heavy pistols, or very heavy pistols. First shot against Pepper. Let's match out the distance. It's going to be 12 meters for everybody. So 15 would have hit, and it will hit for 17. She does seem to be affected by this one. And it looks like it messes up her armor a little bit. But it's not like a huge hit for her. She seems to be okay. Then the next one shoots at Striker. 14 is going to miss. And then at Crystal, a 16 is going to hit for 11, and your armor jack should soak, right?
Yep.
Okay. As the guns go flying, shooting off into you, some of you are just It's untouchable. Booster gangers are done. Striker, you're up.
Okay. Who's a bigger threat, booster gangers or these guys down here?
Booster gangers are carrying pistols. The gangers that are kind of suited up for kind of outward patrol, the road gangers, they look like they are equipped with very heavy pistols as well. So they're basically equal
Okay.
as far as threat detection goes.
All right. I'm going to. Where are you? What's the range on that? 30 meters. Each square is 2 meters, right?
Correct.
Okay, so that'll be. Heck yeah. Could I can I use my grapple hand to get somewhere and then also attack with it?
So the grapple hand use is an action.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. If you want to, again, it's not technically allowed to kind of grab people and pull them around. But the booster gangers are kind of in a precarious enough position that if you wanted to try and snap grab one, Scorpion style, I'd allow it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I absolutely will do that.
Only because their footing is precarious. Okay, which one
Okay.
These ones here.
Oh, those guys. Okay, I'm going to grapple, I don't know, this one.
Okay. So I just need you to go ahead and make me a...
Please drop them to my feet so I can stab the shit out of them.
Make a melee weapon roll. Should be under fighting.
Melee. Where are you? Fighting.
Okay. That'll hit.
Hell yeah.
You shoot it out and kind of like are very much feeling yourself. It slams into his kind of like weird leather just jacket, and you can hear it kind of like rip into the leather as it grips. Normally it's like ripping into stone. You hear him kind of like, ah, like someone pinched him, and then immediately kind of pull as you see the jacket kind of tug and pull the rest of the body with it. He comes flying over the railing, slamming onto the ground at Striga's feet. Like, I would assume if I were directing this in a movie, basically it would show him toppling over in this very kind of shaky cam motion. Then it would steady cam like from a low angle and slowly kind of rise up to show Striga just standing, like two SMGs kind of gesturing down, like, they're about to do some work. All right, Striker, any movement from you? You are kind of out in the open.
I'm just going to move up forward to be like underneath these guys.
Okay, so that's not... that's out in the open a bit. You might want to move here if you want to.
Oh, okay.
Cool. All right. Cool. Striker done. Crystal up.
All right. We're gonna go ahead and just do a classic attack with assault rifle
Okay.
at this guy. Oh, hold on. That guy.
The guy that's on the ground.
Oh, he's on the ground?
Yeah, it was
Then
pulled
this
off.
guy.
Okay.
Okay. The levels are confusing. This guy.
No problem. Okay. Hit. 24 damage. Bear with me. Booster.
I was gonna shoot that guy.
The guy up top, you're at the bottom of the...
No, I was talking to
building.
Gramps.
Okay. Yeah, you shoot him dead center of mass, and you watch as he you can see a massive red kind of appear out of his like leather jacket, and he just drops to his knees in a very kind of. He's wearing a
Beautiful.
cowboy hat, and it falls off. I'm not taking mine off, but his falls off because he's a loser.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
every time you kill someone, all you hear is yes.
All right. So this person kind of gets up and then kind of runs as fast as they can. A total of 12. Just booking it. Very much just getting the heck out of Dodge.
Mhm.
This person here kind of moves back and around into cover behind the little trailer that's smoking. And we'll take a pistol shot at. Oh, Pepper was supposed to go at the same time as Striker.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
She would have done a thing. Hold on. She would have probably, just to save myself the trouble, she would have ran up down on top of this person and execution style just shotgun directly into their body, killing them. That's more satisfactory. And then
Yes.
she would have kind of moved out into the open, drawing fire.
Oh, well, if she's going out in the open, I want to go out in the open now.
Yeah, you would notice that she has her arm up, like she's like protecting her face with her arm. And Crystal, you know this technique as well. She has a pop-up shield, so she's basically ready to kind of like, if incoming fire comes, kind of be a target that they think is soft and then immediately become hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, the gangers that are with this lady, they're wielding assault rifles and they aim them at Pepper. All three of them are going to shoot. They're going to rapid fire shoot into her, going full bore. All right, rapid fire. Auto fire in. Bam. First one just starts unloading and missing. Unloading and missing.
These guys suck.
And just for flavor, she kind of like holds her arm up, and as the shots start firing, you see the shield kind of snap out, and kind of like a couple of shots kind of glance along the edges, but no direct shots that are like harming the shield's integrity. But yeah, she's basically just this kind of like wave of sparks for a second, as they all kind of like unload like a bunch of rounds down at her. Icarus, as the kind of sparks are kind of flaring and the muzzle fire is kind of shooting, you can very clearly see the silhouette of the apparent leader of the group, but you can also see pretty much everyone else is like well lit at this point for you in your low light stance.
All right.
And then there's the two pyros up in the top, of course.
Yeah. I think he is going to change target to the leader.
Okay.
And
Now,
let's...
quick note, before you shoot, you can aim for the head. It's a -8 to your roll, but if you hit, it will double the damage that gets through into the head.
Okay.
So if you want to go for it. Also, if you want to use your action to... Or you're already in precision, so you're fine, actually. +3 to your rolls. So remember that, too.
I have
+3 to your attack rolls, yeah, because you're in precision, because you're shooting... Oh, no, you're doing damage. Sorry.
I'm doing damage.
I'm doing precision.
That's right.
Okay.
Wrong badass. Sorry.
There's too many.
Honestly, if I had brought blank, it would have literally just been a smorgasbord of hard asses. Like,
Right.
it would have been like that Expendables movie, except good.
You know what? Do we play it safe and go for a torso shot or give it a try?
Your call. You need to roll 17, so with a -8, that'll be a 25 or better.
All right. And what are my modifiers? I don't even know.
So your shoulder arms, I believe, is a 6, and your reflex is like an 8. So you have like a +14. You need to roll. You need to roll a 10. Like, yeah, it's not a great chance here, but
okay.
You can just go for center.
Yeah, we'll just go for center.
Okay. Well, you have to exceed the number that you're shooting for. So that's actually going to miss. Yeah, it kind of flares past them. A little bit of a muzzle flash kind of caused it to jaunt in your sight. But yeah, that's the shot. Moves on to them. The pyros will drop down. It looks like they're wearing pretty decent sized armor jacks. Looks like medium for those who are in the know. And it looks like they are lighting up. And then she, in the middle, everyone kind of listening, hears her yell, "Crossfire, now!" And they kind of nod their heads like they're preparing for something. Pyro done. Sugar, you are up. Guy on the ground right at Striker and Striga's feet. No other targets that are visible at current. Okay. 16 will hit point blank, or within 6 meters. Oh, you moved away. Still 6 out. Okay.
Still 6. Yeah.
Cool. So 10 damage. This one, it hits. It does some damage, but it looks like it's more of a graze. Second one, same thing. It's going to be minus 12 total. Or actually minus 13 total, because the first one pierced armor. Cool. He's still alive, but he's definitely bleeding now.
How the hell is he still alive? I just shot him twice.
Yeah, he was wearing armor. But he's definitely like, I mean, like, again, like, shooting doesn't auto-kill somebody. Like, even in real life, you're muted for the sass. Still muted. But sass was...
You're muted.
Oh, I'm muted.
Yeah.
No. No, I know why mechanically, but she's like, oh my god, I'm shooting him and he's not dead.
This doesn't make any sense.
So
Why don't you just die?
You should just shoot better.
Oh
Shit.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Oh, 1, 2, 6. Right. Yeah. All right. So she'll move up and kind of pull out her shotgun. Looks very similar to Pepper's. She kind of points it to Pepper, who kind of twists the shield a little bit, and as she does, she then very quickly ducks it down and moves it over to Striga, who's kind of back to her at current. There's a little bit of cover from that side, so I am increasing the target number that is required to hit.
I will definitely take some cover over no cover at all.
Absolutely. So yeah, shotgun. Hers is special and fires twice.
Fancy. I think mine fires 6 times.
All right. So 8 meters, 15 was the target number, and you had cover. So yeah, it pretty much obliterates the pieces of like wood and metal that were behind you that you were kind of using as cover, and it's just kind of like a loud clattering of just broken things behind you. As you kind of turn back, you can kind of see her aiming this very strange looking shotgun, which she's immediately after shooting it, breaking the weapon in half effectively at like an axis point in the middle, and 2 very large shotgun rounds kind of flare out as she does so. She's done. It goes to the nerd, who is going to kind of hobble, having been shot, back that way. And as he's kind of retreating from a distance, you can see that everyone's kind of looking at him judgmentally. Striga, down at your feet, guy shot by 2 rounds, still laying there alive.
Yeah, but I can't overlook the fact that I just got shot in the back.
One gun down in the face and the other gun around the corner to her.
That sounds like a deal to me.
All right.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna spend let's go ahead and spend 2 points of luck on the one attacking the
Her.
one that shot me in the back.
Okay. First one
So-
against the one on the ground.
Yeah, so heavy SMG.
Yeah. Basically, you point the gun down and you pull the trigger. And remember what happened to that guy's leg in the
Yeah,
last session? It happens to this guy's entire body.
god damn.
There's literally, like, at Striker's feet, there's just this puddling, like these like spurts of blood shooting up in the air and like dropping down on top of him. It's like Ed 209, the test scene, if you're familiar with RoboCop.
Yeah, I just turned him into Swiss cheese.
Yeah, you beer opened him.
So this next one's against her with a +2, I guess.
Yeah, +2 for luck. So 18, and your distance is 8 meters, which means we needed a 17. So you got it by 1. What that means is you hit with 1 round.
Damn.
So it does 6 damage, and you can see basically like
Does that include the armor piercing?
Oh, these are armor piercing rounds still?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm keeping them loaded with armor piercing. I was
Okay.
expecting a tough fight.
No problem. So also a note too, when you fire auto fire, you are depleting 10 rounds per pull. So
Okay.
your clip size is reduced for each weapon by 2 pulls, so 20 rounds. So keep that in mind.
Let me.
Armor piercing is fine. It's going to do 6 damage, and it isn't going to get through the armor even with the piercing.
So I guess that's 40 rounds total,
Yeah, 40 per. So,
or 20 per, so 40 total.
yeah, and then the clip size on the gun is important.
Okay, so
For submachine gun, hold on.
I think I have. Yeah, it's 40 of 40. So actually, they're both empty now.
It's 40 and 40?
Yeah.
You've only discharged twice with each gun, so you
Oh
have...
wait, no, sorry. Yeah, half a mag left on each one.
Yeah. Cool. Good turn. Any movement from you or no?
I guess I will actually step into this person's remains to sort of like readjust my cover, or I guess I could keep moving back. Here, let me.
Sure.
Can't really see what else is over in this area over here. If there's anything else to move behind. Yeah, that'll be fine. If I'm still in some sort of cover there, that's...
Yeah, no problem. A booster ganger kind of yelling, like, angrily, jumps over the rail, like, not off of and over, just kind of, like, leaning out, and has that heavy pistol I mentioned, and is going to shoot. He's shooting straight down, and the weapon actually jams in his hand. He immediately kind of starts moving to kind of, like, clear the breach. And rechamber around. Striker.
Drigo looks up and gives him the finger.
He's basically hanging effectively his whole body out. Like, he is absolutely, like, at most 3 meters above you, Striker.
Okay. Is this right here like a stairway? Like this yelping a ram?
No. So that's like a railing. But it's easily jumped over. It's like a 2 meter or 2 foot high kind of railing that would block like cars going through it. The stairway's on the
Gotcha.
other side.
Gotcha. Can I hit this guy from
Yeah.
where I'm at?
He's
Okay.
straight above you, so you're just...
Yeah. I'm going to take a shot at him.
Okay.
Where's my gun?
Get it?
Hit. Solid hit. Yeah, you watch as it kind of cleaves through his jacket, kind of tearing it to shreds, and kind of like knocks him back. You hear a kind of loud thud. You're not quite certain whether or not he survived or not. But there was a lot of blood from the shot and him kind of falling back and hitting the ground. Unconfirmed kill is the best way to
Okay.
describe it. Do you have any movement?
No, I'm going to stay back. I'm going to let the heavy hitters go first.
Crystal? Pepper is... Sorry?
No, I was
Wait,
just gonna say.
I have a question.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Would I be able to confirm the kill from my vantage point?
You would confirm that it is not a kill.
Okay, so you do not hear yes. Which means that he is not dead.
Every time someone's died, there has been a yes. Or that is very cool, by the way. I really appreciate that element. That was... if I could give inspiration, it would be given, but it's not a thing in this game. You know what? Save it for next time we play Dungeons and Dragons together.
Okay.
You have an inspiration for
Sticky
D&D.
note.
Yeah. Crystal, so yeah, you would know that the person up above is not dead, but because of their prone stature, they are no longer visible really from your down low area. The person who's running up on Pepper, you can see that shotgun is empty. It will take them a second to reload, but you also can see, because you're very combat aware, that she appears to be reaching down for a weapon on her belt. So there may be a quick draw situation at close quarters. Could be a melee weapon, could be a gun. You can't tell from this angle.
Okay, so Pepper is doing her turn. She's just
No,
grabbing
no, no, no,
something
no,
else.
no, no, no. So Pepper is maintaining her defensive position. She took her turn. She's using to
Oh,
shield.
okay.
I didn't mention anything because it just floated by and I didn't feel it necessary. But yeah,
You're good.
what I'm saying is the person that she's squaring off with here, this person kind of here,
Hmm.
she looks like she is about to advance and close the gap to get around the shield with melee, or get
Right.
around the gap with another weapon.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm sure she's fine. We're gonna help her out anyway. That barrier you said was 2 foot tall?
It's hoppable. It's not even worth notating for movement
Okay.
purposes. Don't worry about it.
Well, I mean, I'm not even thinking about movement.
As you're kind of like looking, well, yeah, it's not gonna block shots. As you're
Yeah.
kind of looking in that direction, you see Pepper's head kind of twist back over her shoulder really quick, and then over the hollow, you can hear her voice as she's kind of moving her head back, and she says, "You take the ones at range. I'll take the ones up close, as always."
Fine. Yeah, we're gonna move up to the barrier here,
Mhm.
and then we're going to fire off our assault rifle at this pyro.
Okay.
26.
And if you're
That
wanting to squat down and kind of get into cover on the barrier, it's not going to provide a lot, but it's going to provide some. So that's fine. Where you're at's fine for that. But yeah, take your shot against the pyro. And any call outs? Are you rapid firing? Are you shooting for the head? Anything like that?
We'll shoot for the head.
All right.
Uh,
Also, on the
Oh,
pyros. Oh,
sorry.
I did mention it before, but I'm not looking at the dice roll. If you're making a called shot, you can call for the head, or if they have a special like weak point, you can call out for that. Pyros have flame tanks.
Ooh, I want to shoot the flame tank then.
All right. Okay, so the
And
result.
it's the first one, not the second one, but the first one +2.
Okay, so
60. You scared me and I clicked it twice.
you said it's +2, so 18 total.
Yeah, 18.
It's gonna miss.
Dang it.
Pretty sure. Double checking.
Sorry.
This is a range of 26 meters, so 13. You needed a 18 was the DV, so you needed a 19 to get it.
So close.
Yep. You watch it hit the tank, and kind of it's like a glance. It looks like it leaves like a nice scar across the metal of the tank. All right. It goes to the ganger. So the ones with the assault rifles are going to, seeing that this is a shielded target, kind of turn their attention towards Crystal, the only other valid target for them, and they're just going to unload. Like I said, you are kind of tucked behind that cover a bit, but again, it's not like a massive amount for you.
Yeah.
So they are going full auto on their shots here. So 1, 2, 3. None of those will hit. Basically, it's just absolutely causing sparks to fly all over the place as they're smashing into the barrier there, the little road barrier. The second the kind of spray kind of drops, that like millisecond after the burst, you see them throw like their kind of weapons to the side, and you can see one of them kind of like knock the clip out of the rifle, and they haven't reloaded yet, but it looks like they're preparing to for the next round. Gangers are done. Icarus up. Who dies?
Yeah. All right. So he would have heard over the hollow that Pepper's going after this lady, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He doesn't want to end up with like a crossfire situation, so you know what? Fuck you, dude.
That guy's prone and kind of in a weird position, so it's a weird angle. You'll have
Okay.
to do a called shot for the guy up above, but for these a-holes here, this guy's not in view because he's behind the stairs from you. This guy is in view, as are all these.
All right. He'll go after the pyro.
Okay.
That
So
My
it'd be. What would I have to do to shoot the fire tank?
It's a -8 to your roll.
-8. Okay. And we'll just shoot his body.
Okay. All right. So 17 was the DV. 18 is exactly what you needed to hit. All right. Let's see. Pyros are in medium jacks.
Then it's +6 to damage.
Yeah. So you are going to bring it to a 7, and then you're going to half it to a 3, which means only 3 gets removed. So he is going to take 13 damage. And any doubles or double sixes? No. Okay. So the bullet cleanly goes through his armor jack, similar to the last one. This is a little higher on the shoulder, kind of like up near the clavicle. Again, it doesn't look like it's going to inhibit him in any way, but it's a clean shot straight through the armor. Icarus done. It goes to them. Hoofing it. This is a run. That's his turn. Similarly, running. And it looks like they're kind of moving to kind of get Pepper into a crossfire. Sugar, you are the one that is up. Muted. What did they say? Did anybody hear something from Chicho or no?
No.
No.
Are they
I'm
AFK?
so sorry. I'm so
Okay.
sorry. I'm here.
Okay.
Are you here?
Can I aim at the guy that's hanging over?
So he got shot hard enough to knock him on his ass. So he's actually not visible from down there right now.
Oh, okay.
And where Crystal's located, basically there's a hail of gunfire that's smashing into the barrier, the road barrier, causing lots of sparks. So it's a very scary situation. And yeah, the lady across the way has been shooting at you every turn, but has been missing every turn. Because she's using a pistol at very long range. For a pistol.
Okay.
But completely visible. It's just gonna be it's a long it's a
Yeah,
Hail
I don't
Mary.
know if I'll be able to hit her.
You can try. She's been trying against you like this whole time.
All right, let's go.
23, and this is what was the meterage? 32 meters.
30.
No.
Bang bang.
I miss.
Nothing. All right. And that was your turn. You fired 6 shots out of the City Hunter. It's got 15 rounds in it, so you're still good. Sugar done. It goes to the chief. She's gonna move in, and as she does, she kind of like drops her left hand, holding the shotgun in it, kind of off to the side as it's still smoking after extracting the 2 rounds. And then as she kind of comes in, she pulls out what appears to be a very heavy-looking bladed knife, and kind of drives it in kind of over the shield towards Pepper. She'll make 2 attacks. Why is it... No, come on now. Why does it do that? Okay. Always this character sheet. It's so goofy. Okay, so melee weapon is a +10, so it's actually a 14 and a 14. So what Pepper has to do to dodge in melee is she will need to roll evasion. And we're doing that
I don't
now.
know. Those 4s look pretty good.
Miss and miss. So she gets stabbed twice.
Dang it, Pepper.
And melee weapons have armor values. So it'll be 13 through her 7. So that'll be 6 more damage. And then it'll be, now that the armor's been ablated, still gonna round to the same. So it'll be 5. All right. Yeah, Pepper looks pretty wounded, but you can see that she's annoyed more than anything. And she also seems to be kind of like reaching down, or like looking like she's about to shift stances as well. She did not take her turn this last way of it after Striker Shotgun, so I'm just gonna say she was ready for the fun. She draws her Wakasashi and will kind of use the shield as kind of like a distraction to kind of get in and attack with the melee weapon. Attack, and it's doing the same thing to her as it did to. That's gonna help. Looks like those will both probably miss. Let's see if the cheat can evade a 14 and a -5 plus 12 is not very good. Okay, here we go.
7.
Hits the first one and misses the second one. Okay, so the chief takes some damage. Math sucks. 6. Okay, done. Outrider up. He's going to. Oh, sorry. The chief would have retreated back after the shooting. So then he's going to shoot at Pepper now that the shield is kind of not as firmly stable. AR. That'll hit. It breaks the shield, cuts through it quite happily, and it looks like it does a little damage to her, but not a lot. More or less, the breaking of the shield is the kind of pop effect of that. It's a metal shield, and it kind of gets hit in the center and kind of breaks off of her arm lock. Outrider done. Striga up. Muted.
Oh, sorry. Striga moves out of cover
Mm-hmm.
right up to this guy and
Okay.
stabs the shit out of him, and then is gonna move back to cover.
Okay. And yeah, you're just doing the punches with the gun barrels, right?
Yeah. So heavy melee weapon.
Yep. 2 of them. Okay, 1 second. He is going to attempt to evade. Evade on the first one. He needs a 18. Yep.
Damn.
Second one.
Damn.
Dodges. So as you kind of rush out, he kind of raises the flame weapon, kind of catches the first blow. It kind of scrapes across the long barrel of it, and as you kind of like see the flame kind of get close to you, as he kind of lifts up, you kind of pull out with the second sweep, and it kind of misses directly. And you can see his attention is now on you, and he's kind of got the flamethrower, like it's kind of locked onto his arm, kind of in between you and him. But he's also kind of glancing towards Pepper as well. All right, Sugar, that was your move and attack. Anything else?
Actually, to sort of, I think I know what they're trying to do to Pepper. So
Yeah.
Striga's actually gonna move here
Mm-hmm.
and sort of try to distract this one a little bit.
For flavor,
Actually,
you kind of
right here.
glance the blade across, sparks, flame, kind of pull back on the second sweep with the other submachine gun, and then kind of cross your arms and kind of roll forward into that position and kind of like, snap roll into fighting stance. Striga done. The ganger who got shot gets up, squatting, and kind of just slowly moves away, bleeding all over the place, catching the handrail as he's doing so. This is a fight he is not a fan of anymore. Striker, you can see him kind of moving away out of sight, but you can also see Striga fighting, and Pepper also bleeding quite a bit.
Okay. I'm going to. Where is it? Okay, 5. So I'm gonna go. Can I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? And then can I hit this guy with my Wolvers?
Mhm.
How do I do that attack?
Should be a Wolver's attack on your weapon side. Is it not there?
Oh, there it is. Oop. Dang it.
It is also not adding your attack stat. Find your melee weapon skill. It should be in your fighting, and make a roll from it.
Oof.
All right, so that's not very good. 9 is the
No.
target number to defend. So evade.
Oh, goodness.
Basically, like the turn kind of like pivots the pyro to look down at Striga as Striga's kind of rolling about, and you come out of nowhere, drop the hand, the like blades come out, and you're kind of rushing forward, not understanding that all of these flourishes are very easy to kind of perceive for a solo. And as you kind of jump forward and punch, you see that the free hand that the pyro had kind of comes up and grabs a hold of your hand in such a way that the fingers interlace with your wolvers, kind of catches it and blocks it and just pushes back. Like, no thanks.
It's my first time using these things.
Fair. Striker, you get a second attack with them.
Oh, yeah, sure, I'll try. So just do a melee weapon attack?
Yeah.
Not much better.
All right, and evade. Yeah,
Oh
apparently.
my gosh.
So as you kind of like get thrown back and kind of, you feel scrappy, and you kind of swing with this massive hook, and you just see the pyro kind of like just roll the whole upper body just to not get hit. Striker done. Crystal up.
All right. So
Just no, thank you. No, no punchies. No punch.
no punch. We're going to just do another good old assault rifle attack on this asshole this time.
Okay.
Not in
Called
the
or no?
best distance, but
Calling any shots or no?
not this time.
Okay. Solid hit.
Perfect.
So he will take not much. It looks like it hits the armor and does ablate it. I mean, it does look like it gets in a little bit, but it does not look like it goes all the way through.
Yeah.
All right, Crystal, done.
I am gonna move over here.
Okay. The gangers, one of them kind of pops the clip out and then reloads the clip. You see another one kind of like throw the gun to the side, the clip kind of flying out and saddling the next round. Everybody's getting ready on that side. They're just
Yeah.
And then the lady who's all the way over there by the trailer, still shooting with her pistol, still trying. She is going to shoot at Crystal, closer target this time. Nope, her gun jams. All
Are
right.
these stormtroopers?
Yeah, apparently. Road Ganger
Do they
done.
suck?
Icarus, you are up. Pick a target.
All right.
Oh, make a perception roll for me. Awareness roll. Sorry, it should be under the whatever the first box is on the left there. I forget what it's called. What'd you get?
8.
Okay. So yeah, pick a target. You are very much tunnel vision right now.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna die again. All right. There's too many friendlies around this guy. Let's go for this other pyro here. I mean, unless you guys are calling, like, do you guys want to call shots at all, or?
Oh, yeah. Crystal, real quick. On Striker's turn, you would have noticed that Pepper dropped into a defensive stance and kind of shirked the shield. It looks like she's readying in action. She's not jumping forward because it looks like she's anticipating the next move.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. I figure she's
Oh.
got a plan.
Okay, so if she's ducked down, he'll go for the chief here.
Mhm.
Just regular center mass.
Damn. Okay, solid. Okay. It looks like it does quite a bit of damage to her. She is not quite there yet, but definitely some solid wounding on her. That was a nice clip across the shoulder, like not through like any body parts. Just a solid kind of break of the armor on the shoulder pad, and like a nice gush of like red spray. All right, Icarus, solid shot. Pyros are up. So they kind of lock and move their positioning just a little bit, pointing the barrels of their flame weapons directly at Pepper. They both pull their triggers, and there's this kind of moment as you're paying attention to the scene, Crystal, where like you have this flash of a couple memories between you and Pepper, where it's like, oh shit, you see the gouge of flame kind of just shoot out in front of you, and it totally obscures your view of Pepper. Striker, on the other side of it, as you're kind of moving into position with your Wolver getting thrown back, you see Pepper kind of like with the Wakizashi in hand, kind of down pointed, seeing the flame coming in. She jumps forward and rolls across the ground and very quickly kind of like gets up onto her feet into a sprinter's action and jumps straight towards the chief with the Wakizashi.
That's my girl.
I know that it didn't. It did. Okay, cool. And then the chief will evade.
Are you fucking kidding?
Yeah, so she comes in with the weapon and kind of brings it down. The chief kind of drops to the side, brings up her own weapon, and kind of like causes it to like, catch the side. And then Pepper, annoyed, just very outlandishly spins the weapon with like a pure kind of like spiral cut towards the neck. But it's literally like a hair's breadth away from the chief as she backs away from it in a jump. And they kind of like slide across the dirt for a second there as the flame behind Pepper kind of like and they both kind of have that really cool like anime show off like
Amazing.
stancing, posing, fucking badass shit.
Yeah, Striga is almost like completely distracted by the two women viciously trying to murder each other.
Okay.
Crystal missed all of it. She's just like, oh, those are what happened.
Sugar, you're up.
Does this provide cover?
Yeah, it can. So if you drop down on your knees, you're having your movement for purposes of moving around and near it. But yeah, you can kind of duck behind it. It's not a lot of cover, but it's better than none.
Squat down here.
Mm-hmm.
And gonna fire off. Hold on. Okay. So that is. Oh shit. I'm sorry. That is 22.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm gonna make that.
I believe in you.
You know what? Can I shoot at this guy?
Mm-hmm.
He's within range. And everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he has two people kind of in between you and him, which would provide him some cover, but you're not at risk of hitting your friends. No, those will both hit.
Pop.
You watch both shots kind of just glance across his armor. Nothing gets through. Ping, ping! You realize that you're in a small arms, handling, and he is in a medium armor jack. Actually,
Okay,
the second one would do 1 point of damage. Sorry, a little bit of a
Hell yes.
Points on the board.
because the armor is slightly ablated from being beaten the shit out of. All right, sugar done. It goes to the chief, who kind of, after kind of dropping the weapon low in the recoil and bounce, jumps back in, kind of bringing the blade in an overhand shot, two-handed, towards Pepper. And then will also come in with after the first strike, bring the blade back up. And both shots hit dead on. So bam, bam. This causes Pepper to fall back a little bit, and then drop to the ground. She is in dying status. So how that works? At each of her turns, she's going to need to make a death save. On a failure, she dies. Double checking.
That sounds right.
Death save.
All because we didn't take our goddamn spy cams.
Or because the chief was rolling like a god.
That too.
I got a biscuit here. Sorry, hold on.
Wait, biscuit.
No, them look like mashed potatoes.
He a baguette.
Oh,
Oh my god.
He a long.
looks like a raw baguette.
If
to
you look, he a
me.
long boy. He a long.
Oh.
Let's see.
Oh, that is a. You
Yeah.
know what? You're right.
Aw.
That is
Yeah.
a full-on raw baguette.
He a delicious doughy bread dough. Why are you not letting me search death, babe? You.
See, as soon as it's another bread dough.
Okay.
Aw.
It's a spicy bread dough.
Very
My bread dough
spicy
is
bread
sleeping under the
dough.
couch, under the desk, so I'm not gonna pick her up.
The belly.
So death saves.
The baby.
That's a death loaf.
It's a
She
death
is a
loaf.
death loaf. Yeah.
It's like you think it's like this big fluffy marshmallow, and it's like,
No. Those were claws in my scalp, yes.
Oh yeah.
ouch.
She loved me.
She plotting your death.
Yeah.
Okay, so common sense dictates that if you for some reason you fell off a skyscraper with a parachute, don't bother rolling. It does save you're dead. That's for falling. Nope, I don't want that. Death save. Must make a death save at the start of each turn. She's mortally wounded, so she says -4 to all actions, -6 to move. She's pretty messed up. Mortally wounded characters suffer a critical injury whenever they are damaged by a melee or range attack. In addition, their death save penalty increases by 1. If they roll a failure, they are dead. Yep.
No.
Dang.
Okay. So that is the chief's turn. Outrider's up. Icarus, you hear a very sharp noise inside the bed of the station wagon as bullet fire smashes against the armor plating on the side of it. As you kind of stir away and like move your eye out of the scope and look to the side, you see a single car, probably about 20 meters out, coming up the hill, shooting up at you from a side angle. Doesn't look like it did anything other than make you realize that there is a car coming that way. You remember the setup of the cars from before? And yeah, you're looking at the cat. You're looking at his snoot. He got a little baby bubble snoot.
Aww.
You trying to steal the show?
Yeah.
Trying to steal the show here? Is that
You
what
mean that's not the star of the show?
I wore a goofy hat, not your. Whatever, dude. But yeah, it does look like they are kind of irritated with you. This guy here is going to shoot at Pepper. Yeah,
Wait, I have a question.
sure.
When are you gonna get him a matching hat?
Yes. This is an important
Uh,
question.
A valid question.
Well, I don't actually own this hat, so. Yeah.
I don't care.
Is going to shoot her, critically injuring her, and causing her to have a -1 penalty to her death saving throw. Death save roll, rather. All right, she's done. Sugar, you're up.
Fuck. Okay.
Oh my
I guess I'll
god.
just. I don't know what to do.
Kill shit.
Yeah, but should I try to intervene to save Pepper, or should I just focus on killing the pyros?
Save
Kill the
Pepper.
pyro.
Oh.
Or that.
Double.
Both?
I don't.
Elizabeth's like, fuck Pepper.
No! We like Pepper.
Okay, you know what? I know what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be one heavy melee attack against this guy, and then Striga's gonna move over here, and it's gonna be one heavy melee attack.
Okay.
Split it up like that. So first one against the pyro.
Sure.
16, 11. Second
alright.
one against the chieftain.
Pyro will evade.
I'm gonna spend 2 more luck points on the one against the chieftain.
And
Oh.
I keep rolling
So-
10s, so I really don't know how I'm living my life here. The pyro evades your attack. The chief will roll.
That's a total of 20. That's a total of 30.
Okay. Failure. So 14 damage. Having the armor and hers is not great. And okay. So minus 8. She's bleeding. She's definitely more wounded now as you kind of stab her with the barrel of the gun.
Is there any way Striga can place themselves between the chieftain and Pepper?
I'll allow it for flavor purposes.
Cool.
All right. So you kind of
Immediately,
stab, and then with the weapon, kind of push Pepper back, and then kind of like rush forward. Kind of in a martial
Like,
boxing pose. For those of you who
I'm your problem now.
aren't understanding, Shiga is wielding 2 SMGs, and the barrels of which kind of have like an extended barrel. The barrels have been sharpened at the points in like little like teeth, and Striga has been punching with the SMGs to act as melee weapons. But yeah, Striga done. Booster Ganger. He's just gonna, kind of go into this little room here where he came out of in the first place. Kind of drop down onto the ground. Pulls out a pack of cigarettes. Pulls out a single cigarette as action. Lights it. Striker.
Fuck. There's this guy still sitting here. I'm just gonna try to shoot him with my shotgun at this
Pyro?
range.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Go ahead and make. You're using your standard shotgun. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that hits. And that does quite a bit of damage to his armor value. That'll still work. Yeah. Yeah, he's also bleeding. And not very happy. Kind of in single
Okay.
digits.
What kind of weapon is he holding?
The pyro, a flamethrower.
Okay. Cool.
Which he is turning about to face you with.
Oh, great. That's wonderful. That's just great. I can't get out of range of that thing.
You can run. I mean, you can move, but yeah, you probably won't be able to get too far from him.
Yeah.
He moves 5, so you can move 5 spaces.
Well, shit. I'll just move like
Around the corner.
here.
Oh, okay. You want to go one more so you're adjacent to her, so if he tries to burn you, he burns his friend?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, I love it. Solid stuff. Striker done. Crystal up. Oh, but after Striker, sorry, hold on.
Yeah.
We're working on the assumption that they like their boss.
Go ahead and roll a d10, Crystal.
A D10. Why is it on me?
Come on.
Sure.
Come on.
8.
If given the opportunity to flamethrower your boss, would you pass that up?
As you're watching the scenario unfold, you watch as Striga rushes in between the two, pushes Pepper back, who's kind of like already looks to be a shambles from the cuts and the blows. And as she kind of like is pushed back and steps back on her foot, you watch as her ankle kind of buckles underneath her. She falls to the ground, and you can see her face is just completely cold.
I killed Pepper!
All right. Crystal, take your turn at full. Pepper is, you are more than familiar enough with death to realize that she is dead. And the situation as it stands is not good for you folks because you are still outnumbered.
Yeah. Well, Crystal is pissed at this point. We are going to. Sure is in the way. We're just gonna shoot at this bitch.
Okay.
Actually, no, we're gonna shoot at Pyro. This guy.
Okay, go for it.
19.
Hit and
Actually 22.
dead. He drops to the ground. He's laying there. Looks like he was spinning around to start burning after Striker as he was running, so you kind of shot him in the spiral, and he kind of continues spinning, like the flame at the end of the flamethrower kind of spiraling around him like one of those cool, like, picture, or like the flame dancers, and then he's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness.
Beautiful.
Like an out of control pressure washer.
Yeah,
Amazing.
just with fire.
Yeah, we're gonna
That
start
works in
moving
HVAC.
forward a little.
Chris, what are we doing?
We moved up forward a little,
Got it.
and then that's it. That's it.
Gangers with the assault rifles, full auto on Striker with their
Yay.
recently reloaded weapons. Attack, attack, attack. I don't even think I got it with that one. Hold on. So we are currently 16 out. Ah, no, yeah. One person hit for 2 rounds. So it'll do 12 damage to you, Striker.
Okay.
And your armor value is going to block some of that, and then reduce your armor value by 1, and take the damage that's left over from the subtraction. Are you in light armor, Jack?
I'm looking for that. Oh, there I am. Yes.
Okay, so you'll take you'll take 1 point of damage, and then your armor will be reduced to 10 on the left side there.
Yeah.
Cool. The one over that's by themselves is going to shoot at Crystal with a pistol. Misses.
Surprise.
All right. And then Icarus.
Okay, so the car is 20 meters away.
Yeah.
Well, Crystal gave me a smoke grenade.
Okay.
I give you
Drop
3.
it and burn
3 of
rubber.
them. Yeah, he's gonna drop the rifle in the bed of the station wagon, throw one of the smoke grenades out towards the. I don't know how many action. Like I don't.
So dropping the rifle or letting go of the rifle is fine. That's not an action.
Okay.
Pulling the grenade and throwing it, that's part of one action. So that's fine. So the grenade goes flying out, smoke grenade,
Okay.
boom. And then you can move, and if you want to, you can just kind of hop over the back seat and then kind of roll
Yeah.
into the driver's seat.
That's essentially just kind of like blah, 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 blah.
Starting
into
the
the
car is an action, and then driving the car will be an action. So it's going to be 2 more actions before you can even get moving.
Okay.
All right.
So that's my first one, just to provide cover so they can't really get a clean shot on me. And
Makes
then
sense.
next round I'll.
The remaining Pyro is going to turn his attention towards Crystal.
He would.
How much damage
Alright.
did you say I took real quick?
What's that?
How much damage did you say I would take?
1.
1? Oh, okay, cool.
And Icarus would let them know that they no longer have cover fire. He's like, sorry guys, I'm out.
Yeah. If Icarus is military trained at all, this is up to you. Typically, like in like Militech mentality, if a sniper position falls, they say God is dead
Okay.
to kind of signify that. But if you're not Militech trained, you probably just say I've got a boost or something like that.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't think he's super well trained.
kind of just winging it.
Yeah.
Flamethrower shot straight at Crystal, because let's go. Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
This damage ignores all armor. So yeah, take 12 fire damage.
This is only fueling her rage.
It's feeling your hate fire.
Hellfire! That was a great musical.
Yeah, and it's just like this massive gout of flame kind of flies out, just slams into Crystal's position. Pyro done. Sugar, you're up. Situation's looking pretty tense. You also know that the job at hand is not even close to being completed, so if Icarus is leaving, that means you're all going to be stuck here.
I don't think.
Who are you shooting?
This is at their mom.
Oh, okay. Hit. Both hits. Okay. She's currently sitting on an 8 armor. So that means 3 and then 3. So 6 damage. Yeah, hurts. But she's still kicking. And speaking of which, she is going to snap into kind of an attack posture. She looks like she's very much focused on Striga, and then she kind of just does this offhanded attack that goes straight for Striker. Striker, go ahead and make an evasion roll, and then she's going to swing in at Striga.
Evasion, is that under...
Fighting.
Yeah.
Oh, solid. You're kind of expecting it. The shot comes like straight for your neck, and you kind of like do one of those like jump backs, and then Striga evasion roll from you. Holy shit! Okay, kids, we are fucking ready to play. It looks like as she kind of like swings out, you kind of see her kind of tuck in with this very quick jump forward, like stab towards your throat, and you kind of like spin your arm up, kind of catching the SMG butt against it, and then kind of spiral up to kind of knock it back up towards her face. She kind of spins and tilts the blade so that she's kind of like back in like a defensive posture, but she is very absolutely mortified that did not go anywhere close to what she expected. The Outrider is going to shoot his assault rifle at... no, he's actually... no, he's got shots. He's going to shoot at Striker. 14 meters, so that's going to hit, and it's going to do 22 points of damage. Your armor is currently at 10.
10,
So
yep.
12 damage, and then your armor goes down to 9.
Okay.
All right. And then the vehicle up on the way there, you can't see it as it's kind of lost in the smoke, Icarus, as it kind of plumes out. But the last time you saw it was about 20 meters away. You don't know if it's driving straight into the smoke or kind of going around it. All right, Striga, you are up. Muted.
I was going to split up my attacks, but she's got my full attention now. So I'm going to go 2 heavy melee attacks against her.
Bam, bam. Hit. And the second one. Oh, well, hold on. I can't confirm hit. It does hit, and so does the second one. So you kind of bring the weapons in and attack, right? Like kind of like jamming at her. You bring them in such a fashion.
Like a perfect counter to her attack.
Yeah, she kind of like has the blade up here, and you kind of bring them in, and as she's kind of getting ready to kind of parry your weapons, you kind of just push through. Both of the barrels slam into her throat, and you can hear them pop through her larynx and like scratch across her spine. As you kind of push down and then kind of like push out, her head cleanly comes off from just sheer force, and she drops to the ground.
Yeah, Striga actually like kicks the body kind of to the side as it falls.
Yeah, just like punt through it. Do you want to continue moving forward?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I think I have like 6 squares of movement. Is there any sort of like cover I could get to?
No, but these people are not hitting for shit in front of you. So far, you can tell that they're novice at firing rapid fire, and they've only got one more spray left on them anyway. You know that they're firing 20 round mag.
Run, and I'm screaming.
If you kick through them or kick through the chief and then continue forward, I was going to describe it as you kind of like push the head off and then kick the body, and as like the aorta is shooting blood, it's kind of spiraling and just blood is just like shooting all over you as you're kind of just guns off to the side, walking towards them just like angrily, blood just
That's
like
exactly how it is.
fucking metal.
This is like next level Assassin's Creed shit.
Right?
Oh yeah,
it's just like all they see is like a black silhouette with 2 glowing red eyes.
Fuck
yeah.
The booster ganger is just pulling the first few drags off of that cigarette, really thinking about the choices he's made in his life and like how he's fucked up. It was fun when he was doing the drugs, having sex with the women's. It was all fun, but was it really worth it in the end? Is this the end? He says as he looks down at the wound, kind of bleeding out from his thigh. He's not sure. He's feeling lightheaded, but he doesn't know if that's the nicotine or the blood loss.
Oh my god.
Striker.
Man over here having an existential crisis.
Dear God.
The Outrider, the Pyro, everyone is kind of turning their directions towards everyone else. It looks like Striga is kind of serving as I wouldn't say meat, but metal wall, fucking heavy metal wall, like moving towards the ones with assault rifles. If you stand behind Striga is large enough that you can kind of not be a target, Or if you'd like to run, you can try and book it past them to get to the hotel room. Which again, if you can make it to the off board, we can kind of like discuss you kind of moving on to the objective.
All right.
What's your
Sure,
movement? Your movement's 5, right?
Yeah. So I can do
You can
20?
you can get off the board, yeah.
Yeah, then I will do that. I'll
You kind of rush past everybody, just well clean of it, and you kind of make your way towards the hotel, like the little off-centered cabin, and make it to the door at that point. Crystal, you're up. The flames kind of like, you know, are still kind of like causing a bit of slight reddish glow to the frame. Not like in a distorting way, just kind of like in a weird warping way. But everything seems to be functional as you kind of like pick yourself up from that hit. How would you like to proceed?
We gonna shoot him.
Okay. Single shot.
Uh,
You're pretty close range for an assault rifle. Do you want to back
Yeah.
off and shoot?
Yeah.
Yeah, 16 meters would be perfect. Like if you can go like kind of here-ish and then fire at him, you'd be in perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. You kind of run away from him as the flame is kind of catching you, and then you kind of like power slide, turn around, slap into, perfect like shooting
Yeah.
stance. And do you want to aim for the head or tank?
No. No.
Okay.
Just regular.
All right. So 18 will hit him. Looks like his armor deals with most of that though.
Lame. It's alright.
All right.
Working him down.
The gangers all pull up their weapons, 10 rounds left apiece, and start just shooting into Striga. Here we go. A rapid fire, point blank. Some of the bullets kind of glance against your armor. Some of the bullets hit the ground in front of you. Some of the bullets are shot wildly in the air, and you're just covered in blood. And where like it hits, you can see like the splatters of blood and black smoke. And you're just kind of walking towards them, like as it's hitting the heaviest parts of your armors. Literally no damage is dealt to you. One guy's gun jams, and you can see them start to go through the process of reloading. They'll reload on their next turn, or they'll die horribly. We'll see. But yeah, that's their turn. Icarus, you are up. You're in the driver's seat. If you're turning the ignition key, that's an action.
Yep. So he'll turn the ignition key and then.
Starts right up.
So, butt end of the vehicle is towards the board.
Towards the hotel, yeah.
Okay. So, what if he throws it in reverse and just floors it?
So that'll be during the next turn, and driving backwards will require a driving roll.
Okay.
All right. Icarus done. Pyro up. It will, seeing Crystal kind of dart off, rush forward with the flamethrower, and again, just reach out and pull the trigger. Boom. That'll hit. 15 straight. Pyro's done. Crystal, you took 15, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Pyro's done. Sugar, you're up.
Is the flame like in a cone?
Straight line.
Straight line. This is not good. Is it like a straight line that's like still there?
No. There's like traces of the fire across the ground, but it won't burn you if you run past it.
Alright. So I'm sick and tired of dealing with this fucking dick.
Okay. Take the shots.
Sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah. Yeah, she's not wearing much in the way of armor or anything. Both of those hit, and she falls to the ground.
Ching.
Count it. Okay, Chief is dead. Outrider is still alive. He is going to switch assault rifle down to rapid fire as well, and shoot as Striga with the last of his ammunition. Switching to rapid fire or auto fire. Bam. That'll work. A lot actually. Holy shit. Yeah. Let's see. Yep. So you get hit by a hail of bullets from the side, Striga, as you were acting as badass fuck as you could. And you're gonna take 30 damage. Your armor jack, you should see an armor jack value. What's your current armor jack value? Kind of to the right. You're muted if you're trying to talk at me. I can hear you. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
that's damn. That
Oh,
was
sure.
exactly okay. So where is that on my
Right side, kind of down below the skills a little bit.
armor? Okay, stopping power 13 of 13.
So 13 is the number we're looking for. Okay, so you take 30 damage. Instead of taking 30 damage, you're going to take 17 damage. Okay? And so that means you should be higher than 30. You should be at
43.
yeah. And there were no doubles rolled here. So a shit ton of bullets kind of hit into your side. And you can feel the bruising because it's hitting your armor jack and kind of the weaker side points, but it's not getting through. So you're not bleeding or anything, no wounds or anything. It's just kind of like bruises you'll have to kind of rest off. But that asshole appears to be the one who can actually hit targets.
Yeah, it's all right. I was gonna kill him next turn anyways.
Cool. Speaking of next turn, it is your next turn. Icarus, from your position, as you're kind of the car started, the smoke is going behind you. You can see the car kind of peeling out on the outside of the smoke. It's still at the base of the hill that you're on, and it looks like it's trying to kind of go up and around some rocks to kind of get up to you. If it's trying to get closer to you, it's going to take like 2 more turns. You do hear kind of a scattering of rounds hitting the side of the car, but none of them were kind of aimed. It looks like they were just kind of rapid firing off into nothingness. So, Striga, you're up.
When you
So
sorry.
I'm gonna start with my first attack, and if this one doesn't kill him, then I'll hit him with my second.
Okay.
Um,
You kind of rush over to the side and stab.
no, I'm just gonna shoot. Like,
Oh, okay. Just pull and
with-
shoot.
Yeah, like the bullets hit Striga, and Striga kind of flinches slightly, and then like
Arm
almost
lifts up.
automatically, like the arm comes up and just shoots the guy.
Yeah.
So that's against him.
That hits. That hits. You're within 7, I believe. 7 and 12. Yep. So 17. That means you hit with 1 exactly. So it'll do 7. He is currently armorless because it's all been ripped off of him. So he takes the 7. He is still alive.
And then seeing that that didn't do it, like Striga kind of pivots around with the other one and shoots him again.
Just full. 9 will miss actually. So yeah, you kind of shoot and then pull the next one up and kind of fire the next one. It's off by just a little bit to the side, and it kind of rails into the.
So
the
now
wall.
Striga's like super pissed and just like completely changes their course and just walks right over to him.
Okay. Perfection. The booster ganger really doesn't think he's going to die from this. And the cigarette's about halfway down, you know, and he's taking big draws. It's only been like a couple of seconds here, and he's already almost halfway done with this bad boy. But
So how much of the smoke is coming out of his chest?
Oh no, none. He got hit in the leg, so he's kind of like
yeah.
kind of like looking down at his leg. He knows he's probably not going to be able to walk out of here very well. But you know what? He's decided the better part of valor. You know, cowardice today. He's just going to hang out in this hotel room, and hopefully everyone will forget about him, and nobody will care. Striker, you open the door to the hotel room, you step in, and you can immediately grab your device from where it is. You know exactly where it is. You've already visualized it. You've grabbed the device, and that is your turn. Unless you want to do something else.
Nope. If I can just get in there, get like, I don't even care about wires and whatnot. I grab like the electronics and just rip it out, leave any whatever.
Central device, you've got it, the core, the thing that could be tracked back to you, and you are successful. You have the device. Crystal, you are up. The pyro is still chasing you with kind of a menacing glare in his eye. And he seems to be doing a pretty consistent amount of damage to you in return. Not optimal, not the best. Muted.
So you're saying that we should probably shoot him again.
Yeah. In all honesty, like, your range needs to be perfect if you want to be able to kind
Yeah.
of hit him. So you're gonna have to move again. But I would suggest, I mean, like your back and forth exchange, you're not doing a lot of damage to him. His jack
Yeah.
is still full, near full, and yeah, you're gonna need to go big or go home. So shoot him in the head or shoot him in the tank and get him handled. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can spend luck.
Yeah.
Got a lot of luck.
I do got a lot of luck.
So you got a +2 from your precision. You've got
Yeah.
plus, like, I don't even know, high in the numbers for your just base attack. And then if you spend like all of your luck, I mean, like, yeah, you just need to move out to a range where you've got him in the 15 marker. So you want him like right there, like 2 more
Yeah.
spaces back.
That's what I was thinking.
And
I'm
then
gonna move there, and then I'm gonna spend
all of it.
all of my luck. We're getting rid of all of my luck, so I'm gonna put that at 0 right now.
And headshot.
And yeah, headshot time with our attack or our assault rifle.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. 16.
So 16 plus 2 is 18 plus how much luck was spent?
7.
So 25. So
I hope
at
that hits.
this range you needed a 15 plus 8 effectively. You hit by 2, so you got him in the head.
Fuck yeah.
Perfection. 10 to the head is doubled, and he is not wearing a helmet. So he's dead.
Yeah.
Scooped him clean off. You kind of rush back, you do the same power slide, and as you kind of like lock into position, you kind of like hiss the weapon for luck, and you kind of like stare down the iron sights, see that
For
perfect shot.
Pepper.
Bang, boom, head splatters out the back. Done, dead. The guys with all of the guns are reloading. They're kind of breaking formation though.
They fucking better.
And this
Yeah.
one is like literally just full on running, not reloading their weapon, and just
Like, nah, fuck this man.
I'm done. This is it. I gotta go. Icarus, you said that your plan was to full reverse straight back towards the hotel in hopes of getting there, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to get. So you're saying that they're coming up and they're trying to go around the rocks. Are they
They're coming to your
circling
front side, so they're
front
coming,
side? Okay.
Yeah, so they're kind of coming up and around the way you came up, the way you backed in, or the way
Okay.
Pepper backed in. So you're
Okay.
gonna go down the hill, which is not terribly safe, by the way,
No.
because there was a path that led up here. It wasn't that.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little bit dangerous. There's a potential of some bad things happening, but what I need you to do is under control on your skills. There should be a driving or a drive land vehicles, I think.
Okay.
Click that. Okay. So yeah, sufficient enough to get it going and dropping backwards. You do hear some kind of rattling and banging as you do so. And you are
Yeah.
smashing against rocks and stuff, but you're pretty sure you're clearing it well enough, and kind of making your way that way. If you continue doing the driving, you don't need to make a drive roll during your next turn, but at the end of your next turn, you will arrive at where that car is, basically.
Okay.
All right, Icarus done. Pyro up. Because you said flooring it, so you're going full velocity backwards.
Yeah, I'm going back as fast as I can because
Yeah.
A, I can't be here anymore, and B, I'm not just gonna
Yeah.
leave them.
Yeah, you
Well,
did.
let's just hope that fancy ass rifle stays put.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it because of the way you're going, it would have actually slid into the past or the back seats and kind of lodged itself in there because
Yeah.
it was being
Nice.
forced that way. All right,
How convenient.
Pyros are dead. Sugar, you're up.
Oh yeah, he would have made sure it was secure.
Who we shooting? This other one. Hit. Yeah. That's another dead one. Damn. Okay. Fucking solo here. God
Yes.
damn.
Pepper would be proud.
You have 3 rounds left in the City Hunter. Okay. Goes to the Outrider, who has an assault rifle, but that's not going to do any good here. Were you saying something, Gijo?
Oh no, I'm down to 2.
Oh, okay. 2. Sorry, my math is bad. He's going to kind of like drop down with the assault rifle to the side and draw a combat knife. It is a tiny combat knife, though. It's like a small little like blade,
Yeah.
and he's gonna attack with it. Go ahead and make an evasion roll.
Damn.
He
Okay.
hit, yeah. You drop down, kind of back away, and then kind of like cross guard the SMGs and kind of just push the knife back like it's nothing. On your next attacks, I'm going to give you just a +2 for just positioning.
Oh, thank you.
Striga, you are up for that. Go ahead and make 2 attack rolls if you're punching him to death.
Yeah, just like before, it's like, oh yeah, that's not gonna cut it. Like counterattack.
Okay. All right.
So first
He
one's
has a
16, second one's at
-2
21.
to his rolls. So he is 18 will dodge the first one, and an 18 will not dodge the second one. So he kind of like, as he kind of like backs away with the knife and kind of like spins it up in his hand, still holding the assault rifle. You push in with the first attack. He raises the assault rifle and catches it, and you totally expected this. So the next SMG is just sliding behind it underneath the AR, and you hear a loud pop sound. As the gun drops from his hand and you're pulling away, you can see a massive cavity in his chest from the impact as you just stabbed his sternum like straight into his heart, and he falls to the ground dead.
Very nice.
Striga stomps on his face for good measure.
I'll allow it. Yeah, just an absolutely brutal kill. Striga is literally dripping with blood. None of it is their own. Striker, as you kind of step outside of the hotel, you can see a pair of headlights, or sorry, 2 pairs of headlights kind of moving in your direction about 20 meters out from where you're at. So you know that the Wraith Outriders are probably on their way back into the hotel. You kind of turn and look to the north where you came from and start kind of heading that direction, kind of entering back onto the board edge. You would see that Striga is dealing with these 3 or 2 remaining people, one who's being obliterated on the curb as we speak. But yeah, you're able to kind of reacclimate yourself onto the board. If you have an action you want to take, you can take it.
Do I? I think I would just want to run towards the car. What we came here for. So.
Okay, so go ahead and move. I would say you move 15. You can move 15 onto the map.
Okay. 15 meters or 15 squares?
Yeah. Yeah, because your move isn't the number of meters you move, it's the number of squares you move.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. No, let's just say it's right there.
One more.
Oh.
Crystal.
There we go.
You see Striker. Striker has the box in one hand, shotgun in the other, just straight looking towards you, like football style, probably, like, you know, like straight rushing down the field. Some people seem to notice it, but they very much are kind of attention focused on Striga. And what would you like to do?
We gonna run in. Well, not run, but we're gonna go in here, and then we are going to use our assault rifle and shoot at this beast over here.
Okay.
20.
Yeah, that hits.
That damage sucks, though.
It's a grazing blow at best. It does not do much past their leather armor. A little bit, but not much. All right. Crystal done. It goes to them. They are full on kind of just, this is not good. They rush and jump over the barricades here and kind of drop into kind of defensive positions and kind of lock their weapons. You see them both switch off auto fire, and they both take single shots at Striga. So auto fire off, and first shot, second shot. Both miss. One of them, you can see them get a clear jam. Striga, from your position, you'd also be able to see from this angle 2 pairs of headlights. Looks like they're heading this direction. They're about 20 meters off board, so they're probably about 40 meters away. They're on their way up. you assume that they're probably going to park there and drop out, and who knows what armaments they have. Obviously, you can see the package is on its way back to the escape route, so you're calling what you want to do on that. Icarus, no driving roll necessary. You pull up into the parking lot and stop the vehicle very suddenly, and Sugar is relatively close to where you stop. Like literally, like maybe
Oh shit!
foot or inches, like you're not sure.
Icarus,
He
wait!
literally is just looking over his shoulder and it's just like, "Hey,
Well,
we should go."
I would assume that like getting there, like you were trying to break it and it like slid a bit
Yeah.
further than you were expecting. So
And
you
he's
were
just like, "Eh."
we should go.
Well, and Sugar is like facing south, so she's like has her gun pointed at the whoever she just murdered, and then all of a sudden she just feels
Here's
the car like bump into her butt. She's like, what? Oh,
We're like, "Hey, girl, we should go."
Sugar, it's your up. Do you want to board the vehicle?
hell yeah, honey.
Passenger seat, back seats, or the bed of the truck,
I got
or
shotgun.
bed of the wagon rather.
Yes.
Okay.
The
Sugar,
babies are in charge.
in shotgun, it goes to the Outriders.
Elizabeth.
At this point, you would see this is for Icarus up on the hill where you just were. The one car that kind of was chasing you down is up at the top of the hill now. It can be here very quickly, as you well know. And then you would also, everyone else, be able to see that the two vehicles that were on the south side pull up behind the divide, and it looks like two individuals get out of the vehicles, out of the back seat, the back area of these cars. They're kind of like hatchbacks, like slightly bigger, kind of like hatchback kind of vehicles. Get out of the back and kind of move up as well. So it looks like a few more Outriders kind of get into position at the stone wall, and we'll probably start engaging this next turn. Striga, you're up. Better part of valor, or are you trying to stay and kill everything that
Yeah.
lives?
Striga takes a moment to assess the situation. I have a question. Can I run but also pick up that fancy breech loading shotgun?
I will allow it, but I will subtract 1/4 of your movement. So what's your movement?
I believe it's 30. Where's that at?
So if you click your token, should be the green
movement
circle.
6.
So you'll be able to move, instead of moving 24, you'll be able to move 18.
Okay, cool. So I think that should still be plenty to get me to.
And for flavor's sake, you kind of drop the SMG back into its kind of holster at your belt. As you're running towards the shotgun, you slam it down on the stock of the weapon, causing it to flip up, snap closed, and kind of flip up into the air, kind of catching it with your free hand as you're running.
Yes.
Fucking sick.
I just move 18 from where you're at up towards the car. Can you get to the car?
Yeah. I
Okay,
think I
so
can get to the car with some movement to spare.
because you're running, and if you have movement to spare, yeah, then you can get into any seat you'd like. You can dive into the back, or you can go to the back seat.
No, Striga would jump in the back.
Okay.
Just, ready to like start shooting things if
Yep.
they have to.
Yeah, you can switch to the sniper rifle, or you can switch to the there's weapon choices galore back there.
Well, that's why. Yeah, like the empty shotgun just like goes in the back seat with the rest of the.
The
cool
wild
shit.
sounds of shooting happening outside are just going nuts. The booster ganger sitting there. He pulls the Sixth Street gang patch off of his arm, kind of throws it to the ground.
Good
And he
job,
says-
buddy.
I'm gonna try and put my application back in with Biotechnica. I think
Good
this
for
isn't
him.
worth it. This
I'm
just
gonna
isn't
do it.
worth it. Striker,
I mean,
if
we
you book
killed
it,
like 12 people, but
if you book it, you
Yeah,
can get
I'm-
in the back seat.
I'm just booking it.
Yep. Crystal, if you book it, you can get to the back seat.
Can I pick up Pepper?
Yeah.
Okay, we're picking up Pepper and we're booking it to the back seat.
All right. Striker, Crystal in the vehicle. A bunch of bullets go flying. I'm going to take a couple of pot shots with the with the road gangers, with assault rifles. They are. Can someone measure that out for me from the guys at the bottom there? 1,
Got a
2.
lot.
What's the
like
total?
42.
So I needed a 13 to hit. So both, or one of those will hit. That'll hit Striga. 14 damage to Striga.
Oh, which ones are you measuring from?
The ones you were on.
Okay.
I'm assuming my jack is intact, so that's only 1 point of damage.
Well, did you take damage before from your jack?
I'm not. You didn't say anything about it depleting.
Oh, yeah. So anytime you take damage that goes into you through your armor jack, you take 1 off the top of your armor.
Oh, okay.
So it should be
it'll
12.
be 12. So I'll take 2 damage.
Yeah, and then your armor jack will once again drop down by 1, so it's 11 now.
11. Now, what's it take to repair armor jack?
Time, and
Okay.
a striker can do it.
Hmm.
All right, Icarus, you are in the driver's seat.
All right.
Full tilt. We're trying to drive out of here.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make a driving roll. Yeah, you actually kind of like, got a good feel for it. You haven't done much driving, like, just very casual shit. Like, you're not a pro, but you kind of like, feel yourself. You're in the moment, and you go, and like you get back onto the highway pretty quickly and start moving. Because again, remember the hotel's right off the highway. As you do so, you would notice that the two vehicles, or the one vehicle up on the hill, drops down and starts kind of chasing after you. Still maintaining initiative, but moving to theater of the mind. Sugar, you are in the passenger seat. The vehicle that's going to be coming up behind you is about, a good 100 or so meters away from you. So well out of your sight line. Anything you want to do? Or just put your seatbelt on, maybe? Sugar, no? Seatbelts?
Absolutely not putting a seatbelt on.
Do you see basic written anywhere on my face?
Yeah. Only basic bitches wear seatbelts. So I guess not. I don't think there's any action except kind of white knuckling, grabbing the handle
the
that's
oh
like
shit
on
bar.
top
The
of
oh
the door.
shit handle.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
and that's it.
Okay, they chase.
Oh wait, she would go drive, 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 go, go, go.
Striga, you know that they're just trying to gauge range and they're not very good at combat, but they're shooting assault rifle fire at you in a rapid fire pattern. They are not hitting anywhere near you. Kind of the bullets are kind of dropping off, or they're kind of like, not close enough. They're a good distance away as you're kind of laying in the bed of the truck. What would you like to do?
So,
You're laying next to a sniper rifle, which is already kind of like, it's
Right.
slid back a little bit, but very quick tug forward, and it's in
Right.
locked position to fire.
like, I know that railgun would probably be a better bet,
It's harder to get to because it's still in the back
Yeah.
seat.
but that sniper rifle is just here. It's just like
It's right
waiting.
there. Literally, all you have to do is drop weapons,
up.
which is free,
Right.
and then just lay into it.
Right. So Striga's gonna do just that.
Okay, pull a
and-
sniper rifle from the inventory onto your thing, or you can just make a shoulder arms roll in your skills.
Let's do. Huh. Says you mark. What is that? Body ranged weapon.
It should be ranged weapon for shoulder arms.
Okay. It's a 10. Sorry. I was gonna burn my last 2 points of life.
Call out.
And my goal was to shoot the driver of the lead vehicle in the face.
Well, do you want to go for a headshot, or are you just trying to hit him?
Just trying to hit him.
Okay. In the face is a very specific.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. It's not.
Fair. I
It
am.
means a different thing in Cyberpunk.
It does indeed. Let's see here. We got sniper rifle fire, which would be at the current range that you're at, which is 100 meters. We needed a 15.
It's fine. Just gauging the distance.
Yeah, it's a solid miss, but it does hit the vehicle. Okay.
Striga like adjusts the sight.
Striker, very much kind of in the same position that Sugar is in. It's like literally sitting in the vehicle. Is there anything that you want to do though, like in these moments?
Not immediately. No, I'm just like,
Okay.
let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay, Crystal, anything that you want to do in the back seat? If you kind of look over the back seat, you kind of can see right out the back of the station wagon as the top is still up and Striga is laying in there with the sniper rifle as it's moving. I assume locking their legs around like the chair that you're sitting in to kind of like get a firm hold so, they don't fly out the back.
Right.
Anything you want to do?
No.
Okay. Moving on.
I have a
to-
question.
You
I
don't
have
I've
a
already put my
question.
thing in,
Shoot,
in
shoot.
general.
Shoot.
I have a question. Is Crystal crying?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Crystal's in the backseat
Violently.
with Pepper. That's right.
Yeah, Kate, I put Crystal's in the backseat holding Pepper and whispering to her, "You stupid bitch."
Love
Because
it.
she's a stupid bitch and she's silently crying. She got that down pat.
Sugar. Sitting old shit bar. The Outriders gain. They're actually closing the distance. They're now somewhere around 50 meters out. Looks like their vehicle is much faster than your station wagon. They're pretty much going to be close enough to get into shooting range with you next round. Actually, this round, 50 meters out. They're going to be looking for 15s. There's just one of them with the assault rifle, though. So, he's auto-firing into the back of your truck. 51. Oh, sorry. I shouldn't have said I was auto-firing. Regardless, it's a solid miss. It actually jams the gun out, so next turn he's going to have to clear the breach. Shriga, the sniper rifle is in your hand. The shot will be a little harder at this point, but
Because of how close they are?
because I pulled up, yeah, they're 15 meters out now.
How close together are they?
There's one car.
Oh, just the one car?
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Are you wanting to shoot the guy again?
Yeah, might as well.
For flavor's sake, I'm going to add a special little caveat here. Anyone who has
Okay.
luck remaining, for the purposes of this roll, can spend their luck for Striga's shot.
Yeah.
Everyone
got-
can spend their luck for
I got
Striga's shot.
3.
How much luck how much do I normally have? I can't find it. 5?
Yeah.
Fuck it, 5.
Oh, shit.
Wreck that car.
Striker, are you spending any luck?
Sure. Yeah, I've got 6. I
Okay.
keep forgetting that I have luck to spend.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, so you have a plus 14 to the roll before you even add your own modifiers. Go ahead and make a shoulder arms roll.
Oh!
Beautiful.
Woo!
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
All right, you shoot the shot. You hit right below the head, right in the kind of neck and upper chest area of the driver. It splinters the window. You don't really see the aftermath, but you do see inside of the vehicle long enough to be able to see that he immediately twists the wheel. For everyone else who's kind of back looking, you would notice that the car very quickly, sharply shoots to the left, hits a rock, and then does a flip ass over tea kettle into a ditch on the side of the road.
Yes!
Icarus, not terribly familiar with driving in Night City. You start to approach Night City and enter into the highway area. The next hour or so is
It's
just
literally me getting lost.
It's just Crystal crying and, like, you know, holding her friend's corpse. Striga closing the station wagon door, kind of sitting in the back, kind of just like, you know, making sure all the
Yeah.
weapons are confirmed, right?
Yeah, after killing the driver and kind of making sure that, like, they were kind of clear back there, and then Striga closes the door and gets into the car, secures the sniper rifle, and then, like, after a moment reaches over and kind of, like, put the hand on Icarus's shoulder and says in their robot voice, "Nice shooting out there."
Hey, thanks.
Kind of leaning across the back seat. Love it, love it. And then Striker, anything? You've got the box.
Way harder than it needed to be.
Icarus is gonna be so mad that he missed the bloodbath, like the badass bloodbath. He's
No,
gonna be so mad.
He helped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Striga brought the bloodbath to you.
Right?
It's like there's like a
you
big,
put there's a handprint
yeah,
on
there's
his
like a big bloody handprint on your shoulder.
Yeah.
And Sugar, anything that you want to do in the immediate aftermath during that hour?
Yeah, Sugar is like continuously giving Icarus advice on how to drive. Like, no, you gotta go faster.
And then he
You're
speeds
like-
up and she's like, no, you're too fast.
No, that's too fast. You gotta make that turn. And she's also giving directions, but
Yeah,
the
using-
directions are all wrong.
Using
Nope.
her agent to, like, Google
Yeah.
Maps it.
She's not using her agent. She's like, I remember which way.
I love it.
She is hopped up on energy drinks and adrenaline from
Literally.
literally murdering people like for the first time.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Some solid shooting with that City Hunter, by the way.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
That shit was wrong as fuck.
that was great.
But as you kind of like spend the next 2 hours of the evening, does anybody do anything like send a message to Zigzag or anything crazy?
Yeah, I send a message to him just saying like we got the box, we got all the stuff, nothing will lead back to us.
Any casualties is the next text.
Yes.
Yes.
Pepper's taken out.
Tell Krista to take her to the columbarium. I'll send her I'll wire the money over for her to be cremated. Which is actually a pretty big honor in Night City because most bodies are just kind of left out on the streets or cut up and sold. So the fact that he says he's willing to torch it
Yeah.
means he thought pretty highly of her. More directions and annoyances proceed that moment as you drive around in Night City at night, trying to find the columbarium. Eventually, you do, you get wired the money, walk up to the person in question. They are apparently present 24/7, and they explain to you that they will go ahead and handle that business for you.
Not to be, I guess, morbid, but is that shield device still
Shield's
functional?
broken. It's just a pop-up shield. It's not functional. The shotgun
You
is
can get one.
takeable. The Wakizashi is takeable. The armor jack is fucked up beyond all recognition. There's about 20 rounds of ammunition of varying types in and outside of the shotgun. She also has a what's the name of the pistol? Hold on.
I mean, take the weapons.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
secure the weapons. That's fine. And you would also note that she has a wallet. Looks like she has a credship account, but it looks like it's already been cleared. You would note that heart rate monitors on people's life insurance policies can clear their entire account and send it to a willing recipient. Not anybody here. And when you open up her wallet, you would note that there are 3 things in there that are not identification or anything like that. One of them is a photo of her smiling with Crystal. They appear to be at some sort of like beachfront property. You remember this about 4-5 years ago.
Before the incident.
Yeah, before, it just was what it was, 2 people living at 2 different kind of mental states of what is, and the other 2 items that are in there, one appears to be a small, just kind of like ticket, like the little tear tickets like that are on the rolls. It's one of those, and it looks like there's kind of like a red ink mark underneath the numbers, like it's something important to her at least. And then the last thing that is in there is a data shard. It looks like it's crusty and kind of like dirty and like it's been kind of like in that wallet for a long time. It's a very old model of data shard.
Crystal will take those.
Okay. And after very kind of light little ceremony by the attendant at the columbarium. What the heck are you doing, you bad red cat? Don't cry about it. You know you're not supposed to be up there. Help me, guys. Help me. I need help. I gotta do a bad thing and I need to do it, and he won't let me do it.
Says, I'm too cute to be
Father,
bad.
Father, I desire crime.
I've said it once and I'll say it 1,000 times. I'm on his side. And I will support him in any kind of.
From your warlock and netrunner positions, we know that you are on Team Evil's side. So of course you would be an ally of a minion cat, like literally like a James Bond villain cat. This cat is.
Yeah. Essentially.
And it's doppelganger over at Magpies. But anywho, fast tracking. You spend some more time driving around after the kind of light ceremony and putting Pepper to rest. Crystal, do you take anything else besides the stuff that was inside of it? You know the wakizashi of hers is actually kind of an important item to her.
Probably take that too.
Okay,
Basically,
good, because
she's
otherwise
taking
Icarus
any.
would try.
Oh,
He'd be like, cool
So what?
sword. Yeah, no, he would literally be like, cool sword. No, no,
Literally
child.
taking like anything that was
Sentimental.
sentimental. Yeah.
Yeah, everything else is hardware. So the shotgun and such is kind of like free game for the group.
Yeah.
I'll get you the stats on the carnage. It's pretty standard
Do
shotgun.
we get to keep the car?
Yeah. If you check the glove compartment box,
Oops.
you see that there's 500 eddies in like actual physical currency sitting in there,
Ooh.
and also the documentation for the vehicle,
Got quite a
including-
fleet going.
like the title, like so you get the title transferred as well.
Yay.
But yeah, anybody send any text to anybody important?
Was Anna familiar with Pepper?
No.
Okay, then no point in doing that.
Anybody want to message Zigzag? Our job was
Um,
that was already done. Sorry, my brain's
Yeah.
flickering. He
Did-
would say,
did-
once you're done out there at the columbarium, go ahead and take the device over to
Did Blank know Pepper?
Blank knew Pepper a little bit, but not like a lot.
What about that salt dude?
Salt didn't know Pepper.
I find that hard to believe, but okay.
That's
You-
highly suspicious.
So you want to hear fun? Salt, Pepper. Blank's character's name before he had his face changed used to be Shaker. So Salt Shaker, Pepper Shaker. When you combine the two solos, Salt Crystal. Are we on board yet? I mean, we've got everybody,
Yeah.
right? The memes will never end. Striga is the
They
only
really
solo in this whole freaking world of mine that does not have a name that works well with the other solos. Very much a lone wolf. Anywho,
That's how they like it.
the
Yeah,
address they go ahead.
I was just gonna say Viper didn't really fit the vibe either.
The address they give is the diner that Zigzag is often featured at. You're kind of, what are you doing? You bad no pity. I'm just trying to
That's what-
finish up here. He's playing with the printer. He loves hitting the buttons.
That's what I thought.
I'm on his team, Z Joseph. Then you take him. No, I'm kidding. I don't want. I'm gonna keep him. But when you get there, you're expecting to kind of see, Zigzag or something probably, but instead, sitting in the kind of waiting space for you is Carbon. Kind of gives you a wave and says, "Hey, long time no see, Crystal.
Hey,
How are things?"
been better.
Cool. Zigzag told me I was here to pick up a box.
Yeah.
And he kind of pulls out his phone and shows you the text. You can tell it's a burner, but Carbon doesn't fuck with direct connects anymore.
Yeah.
Not after all the shit he's gone through.
Fair.
But yeah, if you give him the box, he kind
Yeah,
of
hand it over.
nods his head, and then looks like he's had his food kind of in a to-go box already. Kind of grabs the bag and heads towards the door and says, "Don't worry about it. I'll get it handled." And kind of looks over at Sugar and says, "Hey, this is the first time we've met in Meat Space? No, we've met before, right?"
What's his name?
Carbon.
Do I know a Carbon?
Yeah, he's the solo, or not the solo. He's the Netrunner.
The
Sorry.
Netrunner.
Oh,
The one that hooked you up with us.
oh, hey, Carbon.
He's like, "Is this the first time we've met in Meat Space? I can't.
I guess so.
I get
I
it.
don't remember you.
I mean, that's more than fair. All right." Kind of waves and heads out. And then after leaving, you folks are free to do what you like. I presume it's late and you're pretty fucked up. So probably straight to places where you can rest, homes or abodes. Those of you who are not homeless. Icarus, you just want a fresh new car you can sleep in.
Yes.
If you want to go the Salt route of it, Salt slept in his car, bought a brand new car so he could sleep in it. a sports car. Real smart guy. But yeah, that's it for this session. And almost for the series too. We got a couple more, I think, for the series.
Whoa.
Thanks for watching those that did, and we'll see you next week. Stuff in the street.
Bye.
Bye.